the presenting side because I get to meet loads of really inspirational people, and that's just the beauty of this. There's always something new to learn, there's always something that you want to get into. It's fabulous. I hope you can join me on my Let Leonie Loose shows every Wednesday, 11 AM and 2 PM.
Hi, I'm Matthew Palmer, professional artist with the SAA, the UK's largest and friendliest art community. The SAA exists to inform, encourage and inspire all who want to paint, and that's exactly what you'll learn to do with me as your teacher. As a self-taught artist of 30 years ago, I know the challenges of a white piece of paper and learning how to paint. But with me and the SAA, I'll show you how easy watercolour painting really is. I want to show you my watercolour painting techniques, and I want to get you over that white paper fear and get you started and develop your watercolour painting. So whether you're a beginner or an advanced artist, I've got some fantastic watercolour techniques that will get you started and take you even further on your watercolour journey.
Did you know you can watch the craft store 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for free using our app on Roku? Just like your smartphone accesses an app store to add new applications, your Roku streaming player on Roku TV accesses the Roku channel store to add new channels. By downloading the craft store channel, you'll be able to access your favourite craft channel on your TV anytime you want to watch. Here's how you do it. Turn on your TV and connect your Roku device. Next, turn the power on and press the home button on your Roku remote. Scroll up or down to select settings. Select your network and select Set Up Connection. Roku uses a wireless connection, so select your router name and add your password. This should be on the side or bottom of your router. If this is the first time using Roku, then you'll need to set up an account on the device or by going to the Roku website. That's it. Now it's time to add the Craft Store app. Simply press your home button on the Roku remote. Scroll up or down using the arrows on your remote to select streaming channels. Then open the Channel Store. At the top of the Channel Store, you'll find a list of featured, new and popular categories to explore. Enter the Craft Store into the search bar and this will take you to the Craft Store app. Now simply select Add Channel. When you see the Added Channel screen, press OK and return to the home page. Scroll down to the Craft Store app and press the star button on your remote. You can use the arrow buttons to move the Craft Store to the top of the screen for quick and easy access. And that's it! You can watch, purchase and catch up with your favourite shows 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on your favourite TV whenever you feel crafty.
Hi, we're the team from Daisy Bee Stamps. My name's Nina, this is Josie and this is my dad Roy, and we design and manufacture our very own polymer stamps. We decided to embark on turning our own designs into polymer stamps. We're really excited about where this is going to take us in the future and how we can evolve those designs and keep bringing you something that's just so different. So we wanted to add an extra element to our stamp collection, and this was down to Josie hand drawing the amazing sentiments that we now have in our collection. All our designs complement each other so that you can use them again and again to create something new.
For the past 6 years, Hochanda's been your home of crafts, hobbies and arts.
We've got some exciting news. We've got a brand new name.
From April the 1st, we'll be changing our name to The Craft Store.
This will make it easier for you to find us when scrolling through your TV channel guides and searching for us online.
Nothing else is changing. We'll be the same Hochanda that we've always been.
We're just getting a brand new name.
Demonstration-led, full of inspiration and variety, with our own dash of personality.
Welcome to the Craft Store, your home of everything crafts.
We wanted a quiet start to the morning. We didn't want any music. We just want a nice, relaxing start to the day, as if you're just turning the TV on, quite possibly, and you're still under your duvet. A good morning to you. Lovely to have your company. My name is Scott. I'll be with you throughout the morning as we take you through with loads of fantastic ideas to keep you creative. And what a lovely show to start your day with as well. It really is beautiful. We've got some brand new on the show also for you. But I think straight away we should go straight to Kay to say a very good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Oh, really great. Really excited.
Really excited.
Yeah, really excited.
You should be, because there's some beautiful papers that we've got on here, and really practical papers as well, which we'll come on to, because they can do a lot more than just look very pretty on that. They can be very practical as well. And we've got some brand new skills and tools to play with as well.
Yes, yeah. It's been so exciting waiting to bring these out, and we are just over the moon with them. So, yeah, just crack on with it, Scott. Just crack on.
See what you did there. See what you did there. Do you want to just talk to us a little bit regarding the papers we've got coming up, because we've got a lovely set for those.
Absolutely. So we've been working with a company in Italy, and they've got this amazing company that make rice papers. And we've got some absolutely beautiful sets for you. We've actually got 5 sets. There's 5 designs in each set, and they're a great price, and they are just absolutely amazing. So I'm going to be showing you how we can actually utilise those. So we've also got a brand new Slappiton launch, which we're really excited about, because we've been waiting for this for such a long time. So this is actually perfect for glass and porcelain, and you can bake it in the oven, and then it's hand washable, which is brilliant. But I've been trying it with other different techniques, so I'm going to let you into a secret with those later on. And so not only have we got that, but we've got a brand new launch as well with our Crackle Glaze. Now, it's not just Crackle Glaze, it's called a whole range called Crackon. So we've got Kraken, Crackler, Kraken Glaze, which sounds like a pudding, we decided earlier on. Definitely sounds like a pudding. We've actually got Crackler, we've got, there's so much, the Kraken paste as well, which is amazing. So loads and loads of brand new products to show you, and lots of fabulous techniques as well. And I can't wait to show you all the amazing samples that the DT have done. They have really brought it out of the box. We can always tell when the DT love the new products, because all of a sudden there's an explosion of beautiful, beautiful artwork. And just here we have, as you can see on the screen now, are those gorgeous, beautiful samples. Look at those. So those are from Carolyn Lakin, and all the other girls from the DT are just doing a marvellous job. Absolutely stunning.
You can always tell, can't you, when you sort of talk about the papers themselves and everything, because the amount of samples, everything that's out, looks absolutely fantastic. They are so gorgeous. If you're just waking up now and just thinking, yeah, I need them, get them now, because I can see there's going to be a real rush for these as we go through. Let's go through all the options for you. So we're going to start off with the beautiful, the Fairies. These are absolutely gorgeous, aren't they?
They are.
They're beautiful. They are stunning.
The artwork on these are just incredible, and they're the originals are watercolours, as you can see, and they just are beautiful standalone, you know, just on a canvas.
Yes.
You know, so I just think they are just absolutely stunning. But the girls have actually made them into journal covers, canvases, all sorts of absolutely stunning samples. But aren't they beautiful? They are.
There is something really quite serene about them when you sort of look at these, and whatever it is you're working these onto your projects, you know, you're just going to have quality with them as well.
Yes.
They're really
you can feel
beautiful.
they're a nice premium quality, aren't they?
No, definitely. When you actually have them in the hand as well, they are absolutely gorgeous. So these are your Fairies, which are beautiful for those as well. $11.99, by the way, if you're going to go for all of the different set on this particular one. So I've got here, I'm going to put that to the side so I can spread them across as well. But this is, we've got our beautiful owl, that is amazing.
Stunning.
That is amazing. I love that. I love all the text, and I love all the details in the feather and in the plume, which is beautiful. And then, but we've got all these are just fantastic. All your beautiful vintage florals. I mean, these are just beautiful artwork,
They
aren't they?
aren't they? Gorgeous artwork on a really soft background. You've got lovely vintage soft colours. We've chosen them so they all go together beautifully.
Yeah.
And they just work so well. Just really, really stunning. And you get one of each design in the selection. So I can see that people will be buying two of a design, two sets of designs, because they are just so Moorish. You know, once you start playing with them, it's just like one is never enough, I've found.
No,
so,
not at all.
You know, I got myself quite a few William Morris ones, which are coming up. Yes, because I'm a big William Morris fan. People know that about me. So.
We'll definitely have a look. Right, we'll go through the other options. I've got some loads of finished samples to sort of share with you as well. We're going to go for... shall I go for, bring up straight away, another one? I'll just put the vintage together to one side for a second, so I can use this. Otherwise, papers go everywhere with me. These are beautiful butterflies we've got here with you. And also more of the florals and the flowers that will go with it. But these are lovely. These are gorgeous and bright as well, aren't they?
Yes, absolutely. So you've got the vintage ones, but these are lovely, bright, clear colours.
Lovely.
They're absolutely stunning, and not only, and the butterflies go with them so well. I love the repeat pattern of the butterflies. That's so useful.
Yes.
But also the florals. Not only are they lovely and bright, but you get multiple images on there as well, which is what I like. I like the fact that you've got a square one, you've got a couple of different sizes. That one you've just seen, obviously, is a continuous pattern, which is beautiful.
That's
but when
pretty.
you get to the others, you will see that you've got multiple images of those.
They are absolutely stunning, and it's you can't underestimate just what effect these will have with anything you know, with any of your projects. Basically, I know we talked about with the porcelain and actually working with them on cups or bowls, etc. But you could just take anything plain and simple.
Yes.
But something like this, just even a strip of this, a little bit of colour from these as well, can absolutely transform your project that you're working with. They are so beautiful. Look at those. They are gorgeous and bright. Really, really lovely. Loving that. And then we've got one more. And, of course, now this is the one that you were just mentioning as well, give a bit of a heads up on as well, with the actual William Morris. Absolutely. Yeah, well, I thought it was going to happen. It is already the most popular as it stands.
Yes.
As it stands with William Morris. But, I mean, they are absolutely beautiful, these. They are so gorgeous. And when you mention that name... Obviously, when you think about what it is, and recognisable as well, isn't it, straight away with that holder?
Instantly recognisable, and as I say, I'm a huge fan. And these are just some of the absolute classic patterns that you'll see from William Morris. Obviously, the company we work with, obviously license all of these.
Yes.
So you've got the joy of being able to utilise these. Now, the angel policy on these is that if you make something with these, you make a box or cups or whatever it happens to be, you are quite entitled to sell them, and it doesn't matter how many you make and how many you sell, but that's absolutely fine. So that's included with that as well. So don't worry about the copyright on that, it's already paid for. So.
Oh, that is great to know as well. Honestly, if you can get a chance to go for these, go for the whole set as well. William Morris, 10% of the stock has already been allocated, so we knew it's going to be very, very busy on those ones. Now, they're all your individual options. They're $11.99. Your code is 475399 if you'd like to go for those individually. You're spoilt for choice. And if you are spoilt for choice, don't put yourself through the pain. Get them all. Don't sit there and go, well, I like the William Morris, you see, but I also like the owl, I love the florals, I love the butterflies. You're going to love them all, let's be honest about them as well. And if you do go for the complete collection, actually you're going to get a nice saving on there also. You've got $7.96 saving on that if you go for the entire collection. That's going to give you 20 of the A4, these are the premium rice papers with all of those. They are stunning. Now, already a lot of people have realised that that is the deal to go for. 20% of that stock has now already been sort of collected by yourselves on those, so really well done. £40 dead on there, but you can of course spread that on your flexi if you wanted to, so it just works out now you're paying just £20 of your first payment. The item code you're going to need is 605205, and I have just absolutely, so all I'm saying is, but also later on I've got some more hardboard coming up for you that you might want to get. Let's put these back on, and I'll give a nice little a creative spread of those as well as we go through, but they are simply stunning. Go for the complete collection. You're going to absolutely love them. Right. Let's work our way across, and we've now got the Slappiton for you, which I know is always a really big thing for yourselves as well, isn't it, for the Slappiton?
It is. I think it's become iconic now, hasn't it, actually, and almost generic, because I hear people talking about Slappiton all the time, meaning a generic medium. So that's really good.
For those that are waking up, that are going, so tell me about the magic. What am I missing out with it? What is it so good about this? I know it's really convenient, really easy to work with, isn't it?
It is, yes. The company that make it for us are world renowned for the quality of what they do, and all of these products have a particular flow rate, so that means that when you actually brush it onto a surface, it doesn't matter whether it's the glass, porcelain, the mats, the gloss, any of those, you don't actually see any brush marks. It actually smooths out, so you get a really good smooth coverage, and the quality of the polymers that are in it are really, really high, so that you get the very best quality for your money, and it's a great price for the quality that you get. So that you get the really best finish to it. Now this new one here, the Slappiton Gloss Ceramic, we've been waiting for this for ages. This is a superb product because you can now use it onto glass, porcelain, other surfaces. And because you bake it in the oven, you just bake it for 160 degrees or 140 fan for 30 minutes, and that will vulcanise it, and that will make it so that you can actually wash that by hand afterwards. Now what I've done is I've actually used it not just on glass, but I've used it on wood, like a wooden tray, and because I wanted it to be washable, I actually used the glass and porcelain and I baked it in the oven. Because it's a lower temperature, your wood is actually quite safe to be able to do that.
Right, that's good.
So it won't burst into flames, don't worry.
No. That's handy. Always good to know.
Always good to know. So I've actually done a tray with it so that I can wipe it over every day when I've used it. So it's not just for glass and porcelain, there are lots of other uses as well.
Honestly, if you are just wake up and agree, because let's face it, it's that sort of thing, isn't it? With any job, if you're going to get the right ingredients, you don't want to sort of just fall short of the last hurdle there and not have the right one. This is the one to go for, again, to work with that, to get the best results on all of those as well, as you can see. You can see it there. There it is. To slap it on, there's the matte, and also you're going to get the glass and ceramics. You are going to get both of those ones. That's just $11.98, 358207, if you want to go for those ones. Really, really, really good as well. They're saying, crack on, Scott. I can see there's going to be a joke through the whole of the LDL. But actually, she says it all the time to me anyway, to be honest. Right, now, what we've got for you here is a real treat, because this is brand new on as well, isn't it?
Brand new, yes.
Talk to us a little bit. We can see them all on there. We've got the crack on, see what we're doing there, the paste, but we've got two different options, or two different colours actually come within this
We
this
have,
job.
yes. So we've got the white and we've also got the black. And Scott, you've got the samples there.
I'm going to pick it up and show on this.
So it's the same product. We've just coloured it so that you can see that the white is like a lovely antique white.
Yes, sort of just slightly or cream or just slightly off kind of white on there. It's not a brilliant white, is it? It's more that lovely aged kind of feel about that.
It is, absolutely. And the reason why I wanted a black, and it's actually a charcoal colour, it's not black, is that so that when you actually use it with Luscious, it gives you a fantastic background for it, because you can see on that sample there, I've actually allowed it to crack, and then I've actually painted it with Luscious over the top, which is our pigment mica powders.
Right. It's really nice.
It looks stunning, doesn't it? And also the white is useful because then you can add colour to it and then create whatever colour of crackle you want to produce there. So it's really, really versatile. So that's why I've gone for two colours. But I've actually not... A lot of companies might bring out lots of different colours, but why do that? Why waste money when you can actually just mix it yourself?
Exactly. Exactly, and if you're certainly using a certain colour that you've mixed specifically, or that you're working with, or bringing together, you know, to go with your project you're on, you don't want to waste money trying to get that perfect mix. It's perfect to go for that as well. I tell you, we've only just talked about this as well, and already approaching 20% of the stock of this has gone. Obviously, there's a lot of people that have been waiting for this to come on the show, because it's absolutely perfect, and it really completely sort of change your feel and your look with this one. It is brand new on the show for you. Do take advantage. Regular price of this, you'd be looking at £34.48. $28. Right now, though, early bird catch of the worm and all that, you've got a £6 saving to go for these ones. It's going to get you 2 of your 100ml paste there, 60ml of your glaze as well, plus 2 of your 30ml of your Crackle lure, all of that included for that one price of just £28.48. Brilliant. 925149. Absolutely brilliant. Now, of course, for this and a lot more on the show we've actually not had yet chance to show you, go to, of course, the website, of course, thecraftstore.com. Everything is on there that you're looking for, that you've seen on the show, and some extras we've not had a chance to run down with on the counter for you. So do take advantage. Of course, the brilliant stamps that you'd expect to find from IndigoBlu, they're all there as well. We've also got the media paints that are on there. You can see all of those, and the luscious sets. Now, they went flying when Kay was on the show recently. 5-star reviews on those, so if you can see them on there, grab them whilst they are there. Really popular. Now, because they did sell out last time, they are back, but they are on an extended delivery from the 18th of April for you, so not too long to wait, but definitely worth the wait as well. So if you missed out on them last time, grab them now, pop them into your basket so you can take advantage of those as well. So much on it. Of course, you know, the great name of IndigoBlu is always really, really busy shows, so do get them whilst you can. Right then, what are we going to... The best part of the show...
I know.
Get to see you having to go into some demo. What are you going to be working with?
Yeah, straight in there with a Slappiton glass porcelain.
Great.
Straight in there. So, as you can see, I can't see the monitors from here, but hopefully, as you can see, we've got some lovely tumblers here that I've actually used for tea lights, but of course you can use them for your drinks or anything like that, but anything glass, porcelain. So we're going to show you how easy this is to actually do. Okay, so I'm using as you can see, these are all the... Let me just take those. Those are all the William Morris ones.
They are beautiful. They look so classy, don't they?
They're just gorgeous.
Really lovely.
These going in my house afterwards. That's why I probably did so many.
There's got to be a perk. You make them, you've got to do that.
Absolutely. So we're going to use a strawberry thief. And what I've done is I've just measured from top to toe the length of this. And I've also added an extra couple of mil, because if you notice, I've actually just curved that round. It's better on this one, I think. Curve that round the bottom there. Throwing my candles everywhere. So I've just measured that and I've just cut that along. I should have used a guillotine because I can't really cut straight, but it'll do for today's demo. And then I'm going to use, instead of cutting the sides, I'm actually going to tear them. So I'm using a wet paintbrush and I'm just going along the line of the edge here, just so that it... Because when you wet this rice paper, it just pulls away beautifully and you get a soft edge, which is perfect for this sort of technique, because then you have an invisible join. Excuse me. So you just hold it with one hand and pull away with the other, and you get this lovely edge. But I've done a straight edge at the top because I want a straight edge at the top of the tumbler there.
Yeah, I see.
You see? Let me just turn that round. There we go.
And I suppose the secret on this is not to be scared of it, because if you've never done this before, I suppose you might have a tendency of going, oh, I don't want to rip it too badly. I don't want it to...
Well, if you do, that's no problem, because you can easily repair it, because when you actually do attach it to the tumbler...
Yeah.
It just melts together.
Right,
now,
okay.
This looks straight, but in actual fact, it is slightly tapered in.
Right.
So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to just snip it, just tear it every so often along the way, so that I've got a few areas where, in dressmaking terms, it would be a dart. Okay.
Oh, right, okay.
But it's just going to be slightly overlapped, so that it will fit snugly without creasing.
Got you.
Okay, so the next thing we need to do is get your Slappiton. Let me just check that it hasn't got a bung in it. That's right. And then I'm just going to put Slappiton on the... Come on, it's brand new. There we go. I'm going to put Slappiton on the paper, and I'm going to put Slappiton on the glass as well. So I'm using a nice big brush, loaded up really well, because that's why it's called Slappiton. Just put loads on.
See, this is my kind of crafting now.
Yeah,
like when it literally just says...
Literally slap it on.
It's, but I'd still probably look at the instructions. So what do I do? Well, if it just says slap it on, you're like, well, okay, let's do that.
That's easy
great.
enough, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got it on the glass, and now we're going to do it on the rice paper itself. So I always do it on the back of the rice paper, and then we're going to finish off when we put it on the front of the rice paper as well, so that what you need to remember is when paper gets wet, that's the stretchy side, and if the other side is dry, it's going to curl naturally.
Oh, okay.
And as crafters, we know that, okay? So we've got one side done, we've got the glass done, and then it's just a case of putting it on. Because we've got Slappiton on both sides, it means that it slides on beautifully, so it doesn't grab it instantly.
So do you get a little bit, you've got a little bit of movement time on this?
Oh
then,
yeah, absolutely. And you see those darts that I put in?
Yes.
So you can just move it along slightly, just so that it fits beautifully and you don't get any creases.
Right.
And because the quality of the rice paper, it means that I can actually be quite rough with it. And I'm just smoothing it out with my hand, as you can see, and I'm moving it along, just getting it straight as I go, but it's super, super easy.
And it really does. I know we mentioned at the very top of the show, but it absolutely transforms just that plain glass tumbler.
That's
kind of
right,
thing.
yeah,
Really does.
really, really cheap they are, aren't they? Now, you can see that we've come to the edge, and I didn't cut it beforehand, so it gave me a little bit of extra. So I'm actually going to tear this away, maybe about 1/2 centimetre overlapping.
Right.
Okay, I'm going to leave that to one side. That will dry, and I can reuse that. And then I'm just going to smooth that down. Now, next, I'm going to take a little bit more Slappiton, and then I'm just going to go over the top, and this will actually seal it in beautifully, and it'll stop it from any creasing as well. So go all the way around.
It's a bit of protection as well then going forward for it.
Yeah, and also when it's been in the oven, it gives it a beautiful glaze as well,
right.
which is really attractive actually for glass and porcelain. So we're talking about any ceramics here. So, you know, it might be a plant pot. You know,
yeah.
Could you imagine buying a really cheap plant pot from your garden centre and then putting this on, and all of a sudden it becomes a designer plant pot? Doesn't it?
Yeah. In fact, I bet a few people have got some old ones already in the potting shed, under the stairs, out the way, just thinking, oh no, it's a bit 1970s for me.
Yeah,
redo it.
Just redo it, and then because the William Morris designs, if you ever, because as obviously I'm a fan, so every time I see William Morris, I go, oh, what's that?
Yeah.
And it's always a premium price. It's so expensive because you are actually paying for the license for it. But these are just such a brilliant price, and that's it. That's all you do.
Brilliant.
So now what I do is I put that in the oven. In actual fact, because it's stuck there, I actually just put it face down on a tray in the oven, and mine's fan assisted. So I put mine at 140 degrees, put the timer on for 30 minutes. I put my fan on as well, because it's a bit smelly. Well, it's not awful, it's just not like
it's
baking
biscuits. It's not a roast chicken dinner coming out of the oven,
No, it's not roast chicken dinner. And also, I've actually taken a baby wipe just to clean the base here. Okay.
Now we've had an email come through already.
Oh, already?
I think people have been waiting. Who's the email from? Ellen and Anna Grace.
Hello.
Had a very good morning.
Good morning.
Now their first project is going to be a glass bird bath. There's going to be that's a lovely idea, isn't it?
That's lovely. Oh, you'll have to send us some pictures when you've done it.
They were saying as well they could always rely on IndigoBlu for quality, which is lovely, isn't it?
Thank you so much, and thank you, Anna Grace. Hello.
The poshest bird bath, or not a bird bath, you know. I mean, that you never know. I mean, you're all a bit different, isn't it? How did you arrive in the world? William Morris, love. William Morris. I love it. Thank you so much. If you've got any emails you'd like to send through, of course, send to Kay. Of course, you can do. You can get through as well. studio@thecraftstore.com. We'd love to hear your comments. They're so nice. You know what? Just looking at that, when you talked about, you know, just if you're making a little set together, because you've only taken one line from this, and of course when you think about a whole sheet, for example, you're going to be going through, you could do you know, a whole, almost like a dinner service, you know. Again, I know we're not dishwasher, but we are okay to hand wash,
It is,
you know, with
yes.
these. But that would completely show a little service set that you've got there. It'll be beautiful. A William Morris one would be fantastic, wouldn't it,
well,
to have?
you know, if you go to a supermarket, they always have a really cheap and cheerful, like, student set.
Yes.
The amount of times I've bought those for our girls, and it's just plain white,
Yeah.
and it's like 4 plates, 4 cups and everything. If you bought those, because they are really, really good value,
Yeah.
any of the supermarkets, and if you did that to the set, all of a sudden you've got
Definitely.
a really beautiful designer set.
Absolutely. And whether it may be one of those sets you only get out when you like the people that come round, you know, those, when we can do that. Normally it stays in a little glass cabinet, doesn't it, as well. You go,
Do you get your doilies out as well, Scott?
well, might be impartial. Might have done. It's really, really busy as well. When you come round, I'll make sure the doilies are out, Kate.
Oh, bless you.
We've got 40%. Wow, do you know what? It's not even 7:30 for the complete collection, and 40% of the stock has already
wow,
gone.
really?
That is phenomenal.
Wow.
And that's 20 sheets of this. Now, again, as we were talking about, you know, yes, you've got some, I mean, they are beautiful images. I mean, absolutely beautiful. We've got lots of moments, certainly on the William Morris as well, where you'll be able to just get those strips to come through, just a little bit will come through. You've seen the way that Kay was working with the tumblers, for example. You're going to get an awful lot. If you think 20 sheets, you are going to be able to make so many wonderful projects. And the lovely thing is they're all different, and they're all absolutely gorgeous, as you can see. Shall we have a little quick flick through again? Just a couple of them that we've got here. But if you're looking for bright, I mean, just look at these. Those are absolutely beautiful. The colours are incredible. Now, if you can imagine these on bottles, on jars, if you're doing your upcycling and creating some really beautiful images, you know, which is absolutely stunning. I'm loving this as well with the text in there. I mean, that is just beautiful. And the butterflies, imagine that in a little tea set putting together as well. Really brightening
How about
up.
doing a doll's set? A doll's
yes.
tea set.
See?
That
Honestly,
would be lovely, wouldn't it?
you could absolutely transform, you know, with everything. I mean, they are lovely. They are gorgeous. I've got to show you, let me show you a few more examples of how you can work with these. I was going to give some name checks, but this one hasn't got a name on it, this one. Do we know who's done this one?
Lorna.
Lorna.
Angwin. Yes.
Lorna's done this
I'm pretty
one.
sure it's Lorna, yes.
Well,
So
Lorna,
I've
take the
got to
credit.
say, you know, Lorna, Carolyn, Kerry, Jill, send our love because she's broke her wrist, so she can't craft at the moment. She's in, yeah.
That's not good.
I know, it's not good.
Oh,
it's not
bless.
good
Sending
at all.
lots of love.
Yeah.
Sending lots of love
Yeah.
from all the team here at the craft store. But, I mean, you get absolutely beautiful. I mean, the drama of them is incredible. Let me show you some more. We've got some lovely tags as well that have all been sort of created and worked on. This is by Sue Jacobs. Sue's done this. But again, I mean, the little goes a long, long way. That's the lovely thing about these papers, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
You don't need much. Sue's also created this. I mean, they are beautiful to go with, which is fun. And look at this. For if you've got any of your MDF frames or any of those little picture frames, for example, just look at that, how I can transform the frame there with the William Morris. Now, that definitely, if you used to see that in a shop, on sale like that, you know, compared to just a plain frame for those, you know, what a difference that makes as well. I mean, they are absolutely stunning. Kerry's also done this as well, working with the Angels papers. And again, sorry, the Fairies, not the Angels, the Fairies. But absolutely beautiful. They are gorgeous. If you are just waking up, go for this. Again, really proving very, very popular. 605-205. That's £40, because if you go for the complete bundle, you get that great saving of £7.96. And they're also available on your Flexi, just 2 payments. Your first one of just £20 to go with on that. It's a really absolutely fantastic deal. Now, if you are thinking, but I really like the William Morris, I really prefer those, or you want to go for the Florals, for example, now they are available individually. You can choose them which ones you want to go for. You're getting 5 sheets in each, of course, all A4, and they're just £11.99 for your set of your 5. They are £475,399. Now, if the William Morris is on your radar as an individual, half the individual stock has already gone. I reckon there might be some people that go for the complete collection, and they might just get a little extra bumper pack of one that they've really got as well.
Yeah, that's a really good idea, actually.
So if you want to go for those, and the one of the William Morris was one of those you were thinking of, get that quick, because half the stock's already gone. In fact, that would work it to, that would be 60 then, wouldn't it? You'd be looking at, would it be, could you split the price on that then? Yeah, oh, right, yeah, of course. Yes, if it'd only be extra £6 on that if you went for the extra on that on your payment. So really worth contemplating that to really maximise them that you can. Now, we're also very, very busy on the Slap It On. You see, it's my kind of crafting. It really is, because you just think, OK, I need to adhere that. It's got to go onto that surface that I need to go onto. Have I got to do a mix? Have I got to get this? Have I got it? Half the stock's already gone on the Slap It On. So that's the glass and the ceramic that will work on, and also the matte. And you've seen how easy it is. Kay was just demonstrating it onto the paper, onto the surface that you're going to be applying it onto, then that little coat over the top to protect, and also then once it's been in the oven, you get that lovely little sheen that comes with this. Half the stock ready, 358207 1198. Now, June was asking, June's emailed in. Good morning, June. Thank you for being with us first thing in the morning. Oh, Jean. Oh, Jean. Sorry, I thought it was June. It's the age. It's the age as well. But asking whether this can go onto coasters. So, I mean, I suppose it needs to have a little bit of heat resistant for that, possibly?
Yes, yeah. Well, this is heat resistant because it can be washed in hot soapy water.
Ah,
so
right,
it's already
great.
heat resistant. So, yes, perfect for coasters. So, yeah, revamp those coasters. I was looking at mine at the dinner table thinking, they could do with a bit of a revamp, these, actually.
You see?
So, yeah, there you go.
I'll get the doilies out. You get the new coasters. We'll have a lovely tea party.
And I'll bring the cake.
Oh, yes. Yeah,
Got to bring cake.
Would it be chocolate? Because I've given it up before Easter, you see. I'm ready for it now. I'm ready for it. I was trying to be really good. We told the kids not to have chocolate to try and do it. I just ate their supply. I hope that they forget by the time 40 days have passed. That's the dad for you. Right, we've also got, so the crack on to go through as well. Yeah, Toby, just to crack on with it. And the crack on is fantastic now. We've got the two, well, not the options, because you're going to be getting the chance to go for the white and also the charcoal. But again, this can really, I mean, that with those, with the beautiful papers, you know, or anything that you do this I find is magic, this, because when you look at something that's got that aged feel about it, straight away it feels, for me, that it goes up in worth, it goes up in value, rather than looking pristine and shiny with pictures or photos or anything like that, or any antique furniture, anything like that. This gives a really authentic, great feel about a project, doesn't it?
It does. So is that the crack on you've got up there? Yes, it is.
Yes, I've got the crack on up there,
the crack on paste. So, yeah, absolutely. And, again, why we actually brought a black and a white, or a charcoal, it's not a true black.
No.
Is that so that you can colour the white. And the great thing is you literally put it on and leave it and it cracks. That's it.
That's great.
It's so easy.
Yeah.
Now, I always say put it on with a spatula rather than a brush. The thinner you do it, the finer the cracks. The thicker you do it, the bigger the cracks. So, and it actually goes off really quickly, actually. I thought I'd have to leave it for days, but in actual fact, it really goes off really quick.
Oh, nice.
And,
that's good.
You can cheat. Once it started going off, you can actually sort of put it on the radiator and let it just warm up a little bit, and it goes a little bit faster.
And does that change the amount of the crackle that you get from that one if you do the process?
Yeah, it's basically the one I left on its own to dry out completely. My shed is quite cold overnight, so it wasn't drying. So I put it on the radiator in the morning, and it just finished off drying. It was lovely, really nice.
Really?
So, yeah, it's a beautiful product and so easy to use. And, of course, you can use it through your stencils as well. So you just use it like any other paste. It's a nice consistency. So you can just use it through your stencils, and then you get these lovely little cracks as well in your work. So it's brilliant for accenting.
Oh, right. I mean, really, absolutely fantastic. And the lovely thing that I love about the IndigoBlu for this is the fact it is so easy. That if you've never attempted anything like this before, it literally is just coating it on there and let it do its job for you. 925149. That's your item code you need for those as well. That's 2848. You've got £6 saving on there, and they're really good deals. That 2 of your 100ml of your pastes, 60ml of your glaze, and 2 of your 30ml crackle lure as well. All of that. We are approaching 40% of that again. So I tell you what, it's a really, really busy start to the show today. So again, if you are just waking up thinking, I've got a bit of time, I'd get on with it absolutely as soon as you possibly can. Very quickly, we're going to go to have a look at there. Look at this beautiful colours that you're going to find here. These are your Luscious Pigment sets that you can see here. You've got 9 options that are available for you as well. This is your spring in your step. Absolutely beautiful, really vivid, of course. We've got in the pink, lovely collection of all those beautiful warm colours that you can see. We've got the cottage garden. That's really lovely as well, isn't it? Love that one. Beautiful mermaid collection, which is lovely. And we've got all your metallics in there, really important one for your collection there. We've got the perfect peacocks. Oh, that's nice, actually, with your blues and your violets. These are the rusty verdigris. They're nice. And, oh, my favourite, Sweetie Shop. Oh, I'm loving that one, absolutely. These are your vintage florals, really absolutely beautiful. Choose from any one of those collections you can see there. They're just $26.25, and your item code you need for that one is 164502. Very quickly, also, we'd like to show you the magazine. I believe that Kay had this on the show Monday, so if you missed out on that one, and a little chance to have a little look at this one right now, it's only $12.99, and actually in here, also you'll be getting 21 of your stamps, 3 of your dies, and you got your stencils, and you get your papers in there. And that's a brilliant magazine. That's a great bundle, isn't it?
Oh, it's absolutely superb. It's flown out. It's done really, really well, and people are buying too because of the quality of it. And you get loads and loads of free papers in there as well.
That is a real bugger, absolutely. Yeah. And 70 designs for all you to go through as well. So only $12.99. Please, please, please grab that. I'm not surprised it's flown out. Grab that one whilst you can if you get the chance to pop that into your basket as well. Really busy across the show. If you're just waking up, a very good morning to the craft store. Lovely to have your company, and we're starting your day with the lovely Kay that's taking us through. Kay, what are we looking at now then this morning?
Thank you. So the Slappiton glass ceramic has been really, really popular, but you also get the matte with it, which is a really useful one to have. So I thought I'd show you that, and also the Crackler as well.
Oh, yeah, okay,
so, his Slappiton matte comes with the Slappiton brand new gloss and porcelain. So the matte is for using with paper crafts. So any papers you want to decoupage or you want to layer for your mixed media, this is absolutely perfect. I've got a lovely canvas here, an A4 canvas, which we have on the show. You've got really nice quality ones actually. So there you go. We've got De La Roni ones.
Oh.
Okay,
nice.
So if you want some of those, they are in short supply countrywide actually.
Are they?
Yeah, because of all the, because of COVID and everything like that.
Right.
They have been delayed quite a lot. So yeah, grab them while you can.
Grab them now. Grab them.
Right.
They're the equivalent of toilet rolls a few months back. If you saw them, grab them.
Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't one of those people that hoarded them. I thought, well, if we run out, we run out. We'll have to resort to newspaper.
Exactly.
So I'm doing what I've done with the other Slappiton, which is I've put it on the base and I'm now putting it on the back of the rice paper here, so that you've got that slidability, which is great for me because I never get it right first time, and it's always a little bit of a challenge sometimes. So now these are just scrap papers that I have on my desk for demonstrating, and then you can just slide this into position. There we go. And that goes down beautifully. And then we get more Slappiton and we go over the surface as well. Okay, so there she goes. Isn't she gorgeous?
Absolutely
this is
beautiful.
One of the
just
fairies.
Admiring the artwork of it. It's beautiful image.
It is, isn't it? It's very sort of winter, autumn.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous. So that will just dry naturally, probably in just a few minutes. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to talk about the Crackler.
Right.
So this will give you really, really fine cracks, okay? So this is like you get the cracks that appear on oil paintings or furniture, old furniture.
If I show with this one,
that's the one. Yeah,
that one
that's the one. I do apologise. I put the wrong label on. But it was about 11 o'clock last night that I did that, and then I had to get up at 3. So Yeah, I wasn't quite thinking right. So
Listen,
I do
you are more than
apologise.
forgiven. More than forgiven.
I do apologise. So yeah, that's the cracklers. You get these really lovely fine cracks appearing. And this takes a little bit longer to develop, but it's worth the wait, I tell you. So what I tend to do is I tend to do this last thing in the evening, and then I go back to it the next day. So it's really easy to do, which is what I like, and it comes with 2 pots. One's a base coat and one's top coat. Okay, really simple. You also get instructions as well. Let me just get my brush clean, just bear with a minute. So you start off with the base coat, all right? Oh, good grief.
It's too early, isn't it? It's
It
too early
is
to be
too
able to
early.
work out.
Okay, and this is really, really fluid, so a little goes a long way.
Right.
Okay, so you just brush this over the surface of where you want all the crackler to be. It might be that you're just doing a small section, but I'll just do the whole thing. So you can see how that tiny amount actually has just covered the whole of that A4 canvas. Because as I say, it's really nice and fluid, okay? So what you do then is you leave this to go off. Now, I would leave this for an hour. Go off and do something else. Make yourself a cup of tea, have a biscuit, maybe do some colouring in, okay? And then...
I love the way you set out my whole hour now.
Yeah.
I like that as well. Do you know what? I like the fact you've done that, because there's no other instructions to using these products, because they're so simple and brilliant that we have to fill that and go down. And then the other things that you need to do are have a brew,
Yeah,
get
have
the
a brew.
bickies out as well,
Yeah.
do some colouring, make them change the bed.
Yeah, yeah, put the washer on. That's exactly me.
It is, isn't it?
It is.
'Cause there's no other instructions to
I go
give.
into the because I'm in the shed. I go into the house to make a cup of tea and think, oh, I'll put the washing on. It's piling up.
Yeah.
You know, as you do, as you do.
I me doilies.
So this is one I did a couple of days ago, and it's had the top coat on.
that's
After
beautiful.
this is set for an hour, then you put the top coat on. Again, it's very, very fluid, so you only need a little bit, and spread it out all over. And then you just leave it overnight, okay? So then just leave it. Don't faff around with it. Just put it to one side. Do something else, and we get to this. And this is when you a live demo, and you're going, I really hope this works. Because I just left it and thought, this will be right for the demo, you know, this will be all right. I've left it a couple of days, it'll be fine, it'll be fine. But inside I'm going, oh my gosh, I hope it works.
Please be ready, please be okay.
So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to emphasise these with a paint.
Right.
So I'm going to use my leather corset, which is... that
Hello.
sounds good, doesn't it?
Even much better conversation than doilies.
It's getting more interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, morning!
Morning. So this is one of the translucent paints, and it actually comes in the set which is called Late Summer Sun.
Okay.
So a lot of you have probably already got it. So it's a translucent, which means that it's see-through, and you only need a tiny bit, okay? So I'm going to use a damp cloth. In this case, it's a reusable baby wipe. And then I'm literally going to put a little bit on my mat here. And it's a lovely sort of warm brown, okay? And then you actually rub it in
straight on.
to all of the cracks. Okay.
See it come through.
Yeah. And then you turn it over and you take off the excess. And then you see all these lovely cracks coming through. And it gives it this beautiful vintage look.
It really does. That is
Doesn't it?
amazing.
Isn't it gorgeous?
Yeah, really lovely.
Let me just use a dry cloth. Don't know where my cloth's gone. Kitchen roll. There we go. And that will just polish it up. And can you see you get this lovely glazed look to it? You get this reflective quality of like an oil painting, because an oil painting would have that beautiful glazed varnish over the top. And that's the beauty of this. And I've used the minutest amount, and it's actually picked up the edges as well. Could you see how the edges weren't all going to the edge, I should say.
I see.
So I'm just going to go around the edge with this and just give it more of a border, just to make it even more vintage. Just
like I say, if you
extra
saw
bit
something
on
like
there.
this on sale that's already done, that has got that kind of feel about them, again, they're not cheap for things like that to be able to
They're
put
not
up
at all.
in your
And
home.
yet, you've got that for, what, the cost of a canvas
Yeah.
and one of those sheets. I mean, that's going to be a couple of quid, really,
yeah,
isn't
that
it?
is really good value, isn't it?
You know, and again, you Crackler, you've got plenty in there because, as I say, it's really, really fluid. So
Right.
don't put tons on.
No.
You know, just do a little bit at a time. And if you notice, I used a wide flat brush,
Yeah.
which I find easier. If you use a sponge, it tends to soak up in the sponge and you waste your product.
right,
So that's why I
okay.
like to use a brush. And as I said at the beginning of the show, these are really good quality. So you get that flow rate, which means that you don't get any brush marks in it at all.
Nice.
You get a really nice smooth finish. But
Nice.
isn't that really beautiful?
Really-
I'll hold that up to number 1 for you.
Let's see
and then
that.
you can get a
That is
nice close-up of
absolutely
that.
gorgeous. And really achievable. You know, when you look at something like that now, if you're thinking, I've never done this before, you've seen, because basically the product's doing all the work for you, you're literally just applying it
Absolutely.
on, and you're not using huge amounts of it, so this is really going to last at the same time. But look at the results that you can get from that, and that is achievable. If you've just started the whole of your crafting journey, then this is a perfect one to go, because the results are instant, and I'm sure if that's on display in your home, you're going to get a lot of lovely comments. A lot of people asking maybe where you got it from, because that's so nice, that, Kay. It's
It
really
is,
lovely
isn't it?
project,
It's incredibly simple, isn't it? Which I love. Something that's simple but effective.
Yes, yeah.
And it didn't take very long, did it? You know?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Yeah.
That is phenomenal. Thank you so much, Dees. The canvas panels that we've got. Have I got some on here? Have I got some here? Or have they... No, I'm not sure if I have. But I will tell you the details of them if you wanted to. We've got a lovely picture. There we are. Look at that. All right, we're approaching 40% of these. Now, I've not actually seen them on the screen at all yet, so now you do see that chance and the item code. Grab them, 725680. That's a really good deal, only $9.99, and you're getting 3 A4 size flat, so they're a perfect accompaniment if you're going for these papers. If you're going to go for the complete collection, you might want to go for a couple of those actually with the canvas panels while we've got them. As you heard, a bit of a shortage on trying to get hold of those, so get them while they're in stock, and you're going to have a chance to do that. The fall collection is where everyone's going for. I've just put out a couple of them on display as well, so you can sort of see, but I really love, I mean, I know we've got the William Morris, which is beautiful, but look at the detail that's in here. This is just one of the papers you're going to be getting with that gorgeous owl, which is stunning. But if you love your florals, then just look at what you could be working with as well to create, because they are simply beautiful. The artwork on all of these, the colours, excuse me, the colours, oh, a little bit of a moment there. I think I was thinking of that colour that you were using earlier on, that's what it was. Okay, but the softness and the subtleties that come through in here are beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. And now I know we've got some of the images here that you've just seen being worked with, but the difference with just using those extra ingredients on top of them with the crackle, for example, the different colourings that you can add onto it as well, you can really, really take these to another dimension. But the lovely thing is you start from a real basic, which is absolutely beautiful, beautiful artwork. They are stunning, aren't they? Now, if you are going to go for the full collection, like I say, you'll be getting 20 of these quality sheets, which is gorgeous, and all of those for that price with that saving is where you really are going to maximise them. Is it worth just very quickly just showing a bit of the William Morris again? Have I got the... because when you see the print work on these, they are simply beautiful. Just look at these. And again, we talked about these being worked on porcelain, being worked on your glassware. If you're working these even onto wood, we've got some brilliant ways that you can work with these, you know, across the board. They are perfect. Even if you want just to sort of recycle your old cans, and we've got some down here with the old cans that have just been upcycled and worked with the papers. They do all the work for you. 605205 is your item code for those ones. It's available on Flexi, so your first payment of just £20 on those. Well, really, really, really good value. Again, they are available individually. If you want to get an extra set of your favourite to go in there as well, you might be working with, then you find the details for that also. Okay, the Slappiton, I think we got there for you. Look at this. Oh, we had a question regarding the Slappiton. Oh, right. So could you use this in a microwave rather than actually in an oven, you know, when we were
I wouldn't
setting
have
it?
thought so, I'm afraid, because it's the heat that
Yeah.
actually seals it and hardens it.
Yeah,
Whereas a
right.
microwave works differently.
Of
so,
course.
yeah, it would have to be an oven, or you know, you can get those little tiny ovens for about £20.
Yeah.
From supermarkets.
Right.
That would be perfect.
That would do it
for
as well.
I've got one that I'd use for all my polymer clays. And
Oh, I
everything.
see. Yeah,
So,
rather
yeah.
than yeah. Okay, good question. Thank you for letting us know. It's a good question to find out as well. Some things aren't meant to be done in a microwave. Scrambled eggs being one of them, in my opinion, as well. And bacon never crisps up. I know. Blasphemy. Right. If you want to go for it though, the Slap It On deal is there for you. It's for the Slap It On glass ceramic, plus you also get the Slap It On matte as well. All of that for just $11.98. 358-207. Was that 80%? 60%? What's the matter with my ears today? I get called all sorts of things. Some I just pretend I don't hear. 60%. Can we throw back to Kay? Yes, we can. Kay, we're going to throw back to you, Kay.
Excellent. So I've got time just to show you the lovely Kraken.
All right.
So this is the Kraken Glaze, okay, which sounds like a pudding, which I like the idea of that.
Yeah.
So we've got you a lovely big pot of this, 60ml. Again, it's quite fluid, so a little goes a long way, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to just paint our surface with our acrylic paints. Okay, so I'm using from the matte range, and it's from the portrait colours. I've got porcelain, yes, just double checking. So you just paint your surface with your paint, allow that to dry. Okay, just put that down there, and then just imagine that's got paint on. All right, use your imagination on this, because we haven't got time for me to just dry it. And again, you just need a little bit on your brush. I'm again using a wide flat brush. All my brushes that I use are synthetic. Okay, I don't use any animal hair. And you just take off the excess, okay, and you just again go over the whole surface of that, and then you leave that to dry. Now it does say, you know, they do recommend an hour, but to be honest, it's not. It
Right,
really
okay.
isn't.
No.
You know, I put this on a couple of seconds ago before you threw back to me, because I wanted to show you, sorry, there you go. I wanted to show you how to do the edge of this tray that
yeah.
we're going to be doing later on. So you can actually heat this up a little bit to get it to a drier consistency. So now, I think it's been on maybe 5 minutes,
Right.
4 or 5 minutes, and it's slightly tacky,
Okay.
which is fine.
Right, okay.
I did this piece here a couple of days ago, and I've just tested it, and it still works. So this is completely dry, whereas this is tacky. All
Got you.
right, so we're going to try both and see
Okay.
which
See what we
which
get
is
with.
yeah, which is better, or which is nicer. So let me get a clean brush. I'm going to use Townhouse Teal, which is one of our matte paints. Okay, and then I'm going to... Now, the thing with this is you have to be quick, because it cracks immediately.
Oh, does it? Oh, okay.
Immediately.
Right.
So, basically, you load up your brush with plenty of paint.
Right.
All right? And
Yep.
then you're just going to do one swipe, and then you're going to leave it alone. You're not going to fart around with it. You're not going to stick your finger in it. You're not going to, oh, I've missed a bit. You're not going to do any of that, which is what I've done, basically.
Right, okay.
I've done all that.
You're
and I've
not
ruined
going
it.
to do that,
So we're not
everybody.
going to do that,
No.
are we?
No.
All right, so we're
Go.
going to go plenty on, like so, straight on. Leave it, Kate, and then do your next bit.
Torture yourself while
Okay.
you do it.
And then, there we go. Leave it.
Leave it.
Oh, it's so difficult
Come
not
on,
to.
go.
It's so
Walk
difficult.
away. Walk away.
All right, walk away. So we're actually going to just leave that
Right.
alone. All right.
Who are you
this-
telling that? Are you telling us, or are you
I'm
telling
telling
yourself? You're telling yourself.
I'm
again,
talking to
sorry.
myself.
That's okay. That's all right.
All right, so this is the piece of card that I did a couple of days ago. All right, so we're going to do exactly the same. So nice thick strokes, and it doesn't matter if you miss some bits out, okay?
Right.
And we're going to go over this. All right. So, can you see? Can you see? Look, it's going.
It is.
It's going. And
That's
so is
because
the
you
card
left
as
it.
well. It's because I left it and I didn't go back in with my brush.
That
in fact,
brilliant.
Put your brush in the water, Kay, and then you can't use it. And put the lid on the paint and you can leave it alone.
That is
All
brilliant.
right. So, can you see this going now?
It is going
Look,
already.
It's really quick, isn't it? Should we see if we can put a heat on it? I might ruin it now, but I think we could. Oh, that's nice. Oh, and
You are
look
back
at
later
this
on, just
one.
while that's happening. You are back later on as well, aren't you?
I am. 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock?
10 o'clock.
Back with that, and so I can tell you, it's been a really, really busy show. Really busy show indeed.
Thank you. Do you know, you are going to absolutely adore playing with this. You really, really are. It's just so fabulous.
Well, listen, it's fantastic demonstration of those. I really hope that if you've never had a chance to work with any of the IndigoBlu before, you've got a real opportunity as well. Half the stock, by the way, has already gone on this as well, so don't leave it till the 10 o'clock show as well. Hey, thank you so much this morning.
Scott.
What a lovely way to start the day. Really enjoyed it. Thank you very much.
you.
Kay, be back with you at 10. Of course, I'll be back just after that. Paola is up next with Fee. Yes, after a really busy launch yesterday, Miss P is back. Miss P loves with Fiona. Then we got the Decoupage Queen, and then back, of course, with Kay and IndigoBlu.
Hi, I'm Lou from Studio Light. Studio Light has been around for about 40 years now. They're based in the Netherlands. It's a family-run business with a great heritage. The products that Studio Light bring us are very diverse, fantastic dyes, great papers, but all round on trend. Over the 40 years Studio Light have evolved. They listen to me, the demonstrator, and you, the customers, and really take our ideas on board. We'll share with you the diverse techniques and products will inspire you to produce your own individual pieces of artwork. So make sure you don't miss the Studio Light shows.
Hi, I'm Donna and this is my brother Simon and we're Pearly Winks Craft Supplies. We've been crafting since we were very young. My mum got us into crafting and we've been loving it ever since.
We have a good selection of inks. We started with our winks, which are just a water-based ink, and then went on to the pearls. We've added some chalks, we've got some glitter sprays, and then we've added some beautiful stamps to complement the inks.
We've got a fantastic design team who help us with all our designs for the stamps, and we've got a great range of inks which we manufacture ourselves here in the UK.
Our pearl sprays and our pearly winks are loaded with mica, so they give you amazing results on your projects.
Exciting news! For the 5th year in a row, the craft store has been awarded the top accolade of the Platinum Trusted Service Award from Feefo. These awards recognise businesses that deliver exceptional experiences as rated by you, our customers, and we are honoured to have been selected. The Trusted Service Award means you can shop with confidence based on the reviews from over 60,000 The Craft Store customer experiences. Thank you for your independent reviews. It means a lot to us.
Hi, I'm Ali Reeve. I'm from the company Stamps Away. Stamps Away is a family-run company with my husband and I. We create all things crafty, especially with a passion for mixed media. So I hope you won't miss the shows with Stamps Away.
Hi, my name is Blanche Ziegmann. I'm the owner of the company La Blanche. The company La Blanche is a crafting company located in Germany. For over 20 years I'm designing and selling stamps, paper crafting products and home decoration. As a passionate crafter myself, I make sure all our products are of highest quality and easy to use. We produce a whole range of products. We produce paper products. We have also shrink sleeves, for your jars, glasses. We have home decoration products, paints and wall decals. Everything, the whole range of crafting we produce for you. I hope you enjoy watching us and crafting with La Blanche.
For the past 6 years, Hochanda's been your home of crafts, hobbies and arts.
We've got some exciting news. We've got a brand new name.
From April the 1st, we'll be changing our name to The Craft Store.
This will make it easier for you to find us when scrolling through your TV channel guides and searching for us online.
Nothing else is changing. We'll be the same Hochanda that we've always been.
We're just getting a brand new name.
Demonstration-led, full of inspiration and variety, with our own dash of personality.
Welcome to the Craft Store, your home of everything crafts.
Well, a very good morning to you, and the gorgeousness continues because we're here with Miss P and me, Fee. Good morning, my darling.
Hello, Fee. How are you?
I'm very well. No, you've not left me with an awful lot, have you? Because it was such a sellout success last night.
Sorry. Well, thank you ever so much to everybody who has persisted and bought it. It means the world to me. All the comments on social media, I haven't read them all, but thank you so much. It means the world to me.
And it is absolutely hitting the mark. It is amazingly popular. It is the Miss P Complete Collection and is a journal accessories and journal hinge collection comprising of 66 dies in total. Now, I'm not sure how many of the complete collection I've got left, but I would urge you, and poor Kay, who's in the studio, couldn't even get this last night. We're very limited, and we've got that on 3 flexi-buy payments of £23.38 for the complete collection. So please don't miss out. So I'm going to hold up the dies while Paola explains. Would that be the best way to do it, Paola?
Yeah, absolutely. So you can see there, or you can see the main page die, and then on the right-hand side, the hinge. Now, if we come to me, over the overhead, you will see this is the die cuts that we have. The page that has already this spine. I didn't want it a movable spine because I wanted to go through the die cutting machine and have already, you know, the die cut. So you can see I die cut this. This is what it has. So I have done a couple of pages in here. They have been designed so you can alternate and create different angles. That's not as easy as it sounds to design that because it's kind of a complicated process. And then what we have is the hinge in here. You can see there that is the hinge. And then we have got an extender, which I'll explain in a second what it is for, but that's not essential per se. So page, hinge, and then this is very important, the locking keys, which you have got 2 of them. So you can see here that one, and you have got a proper kind of key design in here as well. So you have those. Then what you do is you can have, you could even have just 1 page, but of course the more the better. And then you put the hinge, you can see here, fold it in here, fold, either it's an M for matte or, you know, markers. Let's do or a W like for something like Winston or something like this. And place it there, and then, can you see that fold? And then place it here, and that locks it. That's how simple it is.
Hence the boundless. Now, I'm so sorry to interrupt because that was like a speedy explanation. We will take our time going through them. But I just want to highlight the complete collection, which comprises of the Boundless Journal and the Boundless Journal pages, plus the accessory die pack, which I'm holding up now, has now sold out, 194352. If you've got it in your basket, please check out. I will inform anybody if any bounce back, but well done to you, because we didn't even think we'd start the morning with any. What's amazing though is we've still got the one-day special, so I'm going to ask my lovely Miss Paola, to continue her fabulous explanation, because we've also got the page panels as well, and I've got so many. I mean, this was in the final display that we just had at the start. So many gorgeous examples of the work. So there's our beautiful hinge disguised underneath. If I show you the lock and key, you can see it there in the middle, and that just slides out. But what it does do is allow us to add pages and to take away those pages. But I am going to go back to Paola so she can continue her explanation, because this is the one-day special that we have got plenty of still, even though loads of stock has gone. So let's go back to Paola.
Right, so thank you, Fee. So basically the idea is, I'm going to go through again just because I wanted to make sure that everybody gets it. So the hinge, when it comes out of the die, it comes completely, cuts the lines and scores them down the middle. Fold it inwards, fold it outwards, that way, right? And that creates, like I was saying, an M or a W, depending how you want to look at it. And then this is what, then this little bit in here protrudes and fits in here. And there. And then, for instance, here I have fabric. Now, this one is backing with paper. If you didn't want it, so for instance, Derek was saying it would be make a lovely sampler for different, fabrics or something like this. What you do is I put a stabilizer, or I make my own. Spray adhesive onto paper, then put the fabric, and then die cut it. You may have 1 or 2 fibers. Now, you can see that you can put the pages like this, or you can rotate them like that. And that will create different angles. But when we close it, you can see all those different lines. That's one of the reasons the size is as it is. You need an A4 die cutting machine, because I tried to reduce it for an A5, but then it was too small or too, the angles had to be in such a way that they weren't working as well. You can put as many pages as you kind of like. Obviously, there is an element of how many, they will look good, because some of them, if you wanted to have a more one that kind of falls flat, then you need less pages. But you can see in here how I have that. Now, you can see here that kind of doesn't quite like it, but don't you worry. I have put it's quite thick. I have put an extra scoring line, so that will give you a little bit bigger spine. So if I take this one that I have done earlier, not only I have done that on the spine, on the hinge, but also on the spine here. So if I put it here vertically, can you see how there is, this one is bigger, then there's a smaller one, and then there is the folder one here. You can see there.
Yes. Yeah.
So that gives you that thicker spine. You can choose, and of course that means that you can put more pages in here and also join them together. How do we join them together if we have got 2 albums? Well, Dee was saying that, she messaged me, you could put glue here and glue here if you wanted to. That will be fine, absolutely fine. But you have also an extender. And the extender is this die here that I mentioned it. So that you can then glue it to the inside it and put it in here and here, and the slots in here. This one you need glue, and that adds a little bit more rigidity, but also creates that element in here that then you can write something and create a much bigger album with all the different pages in here.
Paola, can I ask, is that kind of what you did for this sample that I've got here, darling, because these beautiful...
Yeah, that's a very good point. That was done by Art Angel. By the way, I want to thank everybody in the design team, Art Angel, Sheila and Leslie, as well as Julie Hickey, and of course John Lockwood and Sam, who have made the samples, as well as myself. So here, that's the other thing. You can use it the other way around. So see how we have done the M you know, going inwards. You can do it outwards. So you can have it like this, right?
Yeah.
And then you can put the key on the outside, right? But you can also put the chopsticks.
Yes.
You could put a pen.
That's what I was thinking, yes.
Yeah, you can put a pen as well. It could be.
Fantastic.
You could, if you want to secure it, you can glue it. You can always glue it if you wanted to. If you don't want it to come unbound. So, for instance, you could glue the key here, and then put a pen where I have a pen or a pencil. So you could have here. It's done, actually. This was one of the things that I actually did think that it had to be big enough for a pencil.
Great
so then you have the hole in there. So
Absolutely
then you can,
fantastic.
and the great way is that you can undo it anytime, unless there is one way. Is, for instance, here is one that I did yesterday. You can, for instance, you're thinking, oh, I love this idea, and this is an arrow from the geometrics, the arrows, the hearts and arrow. You want to put one of the pages, for instance, here I have this one. So if I wanted to glue an element into the air, you can, and it creates a flap. But then, of course, you will not be able to unbound it.
Right, yes.
Okay, so if you glue it, which you can, it's just that that's the only limitation.
Yes.
But then, can I show a couple of samples? Then you can put on the flap, you can glue elements. So then you kind of hide it here. Then you can do it with acetate as well.
Lovely, Paola.
Now, certain acetates will die cut easily than others. What John says is that it works really well. It's put an acetate over a watercolor card, and then it does cut very well. Just try with me with these ones. 3 of them I cut beautifully, and one of them I just had to go with scissors, just a couple of points.
To have a
so
play,
yeah, that's here with the hinge. I have done like this. If you put it like this, you can see it. I cut this, and then use the mat to create more of an ethereal kind of flap in here, so you can see. And this is one of the Geoflowers that we have. And then you can see how the pages and the mats are kind of working all together. So you can have all those pages. But then there is other things. So this is exactly the same dies as this one.
Wow.
And this is using Tracy Hay beautiful alpaca pulse designs. So here I have used the mats, and I have attached them between the hinge.
Yeah.
So it creates, this is the hinge as well. So you can see here. So you can just use it as a tab. Then you have it's a coloring book that you can take it away, color in if you wanted to. Then put it back.
And then when it's full, you can just create new ones.
Absolutely. And then you can add more pages, and then you can always bind them together with the hinge.
Fantastic.
Then another one I want to show you. I think this one is Leslie or Sheila. I'm not sure. Sorry, apologies. So whether this one, you can see I'm alternating the different angles. This one has been done all the pages the same.
Oh, yeah.
Which I really love, because then suddenly it's very different as well. So you can see that as well. Then I want to show you this other sample. Sorry, I'm going through it, but
no,
this
it's
is
good.
important.
It just shows you all the versatility of the dyes, Paola. It's great to see.
Because this is by Art Angel. Now, that is very different, isn't it? Because
that's huge, yeah.
That is using the dye like this. And then done it like this. And then join it together. And then, of course, Sheila has used the hinge in here. Can you see it? How it's just so clever. It's just
brilliant.
Absolutely clever. And then the same in here. I think this is genius. There is so many ways and ideas. There is also a way of doing it with a easel card as well. So there is and also this is with magnets. I need to glue it properly.
Oh, we've got magnets on the show, haven't we, Paola?
You know,
yeah.
The other thing is, if you have scrap pieces of paper, so say for instance, let's say you have this piece in there, you can still use it, because how it is just, it creates that element.
Oh, yes.
So it doesn't matter that it's not perfect. In fact, it kind of adds more to it. So you can have all those bits. Those leftovers from Graphic 45, or this one is one of my friends, Spanish friends, Alberto Juarez, beautiful papers. you can use them and create something different.
Brilliant. And do you know what? I love this. It's maybe just the door, but look at that out of the die. Isn't that just fantastic? Huge congrats to all the design teams. I just thought that was brilliant. And I love this little book, which is just the hinge. That's just the hinge shape. So it's great to see. There's so many fantastic samples here on the desk. And then you've got all the beautiful dies as well that Paola's made some cards out of that are in the set. So we mustn't forget those because they look equally as beautiful whether you're putting them into the Boundless book or making some stunning cards out of them. It's just absolutely fantastic. You can have a really good play with all of the variety there. So you're not just getting the Boundless book and the Boundless, you've got the dies there for your Boundless pages there as well. So there are those little hexagons as well that I just saw on that pretty card of Paola's. And there is the frame there that Paola was using, your hinge there, and those keys as well. You're getting all of those dies for £35.98. So many fantastic samples here, saving £4. We're going to, try and look as many, designs with our Paola, so you fully understand the incredible variety that is incorporated in these 21 dies. 100613, and over 40% of the stock has gone. I'm destroying beautiful displays because there's just so many fantastic samples every which way I look. Now, we've had so many sellouts as well, but I have got a couple of individuals left to flag up for you. So the Geoflowers that Paola just mentioned, we've got those available as well. You've got 13 dies in there, and these are $9.99, 376 309. So if I just, it's this section here. Sorry, it's that section there. I don't want to show you what you could have had. There we go. So we've still got the beautiful Geoflowers there as well. And have we still got the Botanicals? Oh, I can give you a sneaky peek there. We've still got these beautiful Botanicals as well. So don't miss out on those because they are available as well. $9.99, you get 11 dies there, 387108. Absolutely stunning. I'll mention a couple of others on the counter. We've got the, the die sprays, yes, sorry, moving along, Fee. The new configuration for these, the Set Up to Die Sprays, yeah, 391184. Now, this is your copper, your honey, your rouge, and your lavender. $19.99, 391184, and we'll be looking at those as well, no doubt, throughout the show. So that's a new configuration there for your eye zinc. That's your lovely. So have I got the colours on here? I wonder. Oh, I've got a little colour stamp. It's just finding the right one. What colours did I have there? I've just said them to myself, haven't I? Copper, honey. I bet I haven't got those now, have I? Sorry, everybody. Paola might be working with them at some point. Yeah. No, I haven't. There we go. Never mind, eh? Moving on. We've got my dark set now, and this comprises of my lovely sea spray, my emerald, my tea, and my licorice as well. 032500. And then the flaming set, really pretty pinks there, the rose is there as well. This is a set of the 3, so this is $14.99. You've got your flamingo, your wild rose, and your cassis 563437. And I do want to mention the magnets. Now, I've only got 10 on the desk, but you are getting 20. And look, I just want to show you this because this really made me giggle this morning, because obviously they have the powerful opposites attract. It's just, yeah, I know. It just shows you how strong they are. I'm just so, yeah, just like flying away. Just, yeah. Strong magnets, they're great, aren't they, to use in your little inserts and tabs and closing in your books. Fabulous. So you're getting double that, obviously. You're getting 20 of those. 40. Double those.
See them here. If you want to see, like, can you 40. See? They are here. You are getting. You can see that you're getting 4 in each of them.
Oh, thank you, Paola, because I didn't want to take the whole thing apart earlier. And they're so strong when they clip together, aren't they?
And I love that they come like this because they are so much easier to keep them.
And for storage. So that's why you've got 40 there. Thank you, Paola. 773-255-999. Don't miss out on that. That's a great deal for the magnets. We've also got the John next door fantastic desk vacuums. I know they're great when you've done your die cutting as well. Got the choice of the blue or the pink there. Got all the lovely glues. Your stamping platform there as well, crafts too. And your storage case. So it's all there on the website. But we're very keen to get back to our lovely Miss P and see these fantastic new concept dies in action. Over to you, darling.
So I thought I would do a pretty album now, or a pretty boundless journal actually. But you know, just having ready for my, you know, this is pictures of my niece. So I have got permission to use her pictures. She's my sister, her mom. She's just like, yeah, you can use them. Yeah, you can use them. I'm like, and by the way, yesterday on lunch, she was watching with my parents. So she's staying, my niece is staying with my parents, and she was like, Auntie Paula is quite nervous, isn't she, today? And I was like,
well, you had so much invested in it, Paola, because we mustn't forget, you said this is 2.5 years in the making,
yeah,
from
because
concept to this point.
Absolutely.
We forget about that, don't we? Because you go through so many different rigorous tests and what's right and what's wrong and back and forth.
Absolutely,
So,
right. So we can see here that I cascade and scored. I'm using papers that I have had for ages. This is a perfect opportunity to die cut your beautiful pages that you have. And then, of course, you have the elements in here. I have got my spine that I have gone ahead and die cut here as well. Remember this one is in the outside, so I'm going to put it going inwards. And because it's going to be a quite thick one, remember, you can fold it like this, and that will create a little bit of a thicker spine. And then fold it like this, and then like that. It scores every line, and then like this. Yes, these papers are beautiful if you're looking at them. They are my mind's eye. They are about 5-6 years old. Now I'm just gonna put the pages in here. Now if you can see that it has crack, that's the paper, not the die. So kind of you can you know, do things to it if you wanted to, but there I have kind of like it like this, or alternating it like that. I have put the vellum in here, haven't I? And then I have my key. What I have done is I cut it twice, once with the right size and one the other side. And this is indeed based on a key. I kind of just look at one of my keys, my old house, not my new house. So therefore, you wouldn't be able to open my new house with this key. And then it will go all the way through, and then just press it in. And that is the album kind of created. And then, I mean, this takes about literally 20 minutes or less than 20 minutes to create all this. Now, of course, we want to decorate it a little bit more. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of the pages, the insert pages, the panels in here. Now, I'm going to put 2 dies at the same time, which means that, of course, the machine is going to have to go extra, you know, heavy onto here. Now I'm going to put it through my die cutting machine. I want to not put as many cards in there. And then I'm going to put the instant frame, which it was in the complete collection. And I'm also using the paper clips, which I'm going to explain the concept. When I was designing the locking key, I did the key first, the proper key. And then I thought, you know, I want something that is more like hooks into it. So then I came up with this concept of, and I haven't seen it before, it's kind of created, inspired by paper clips themselves, the paper clips that are shaped. And so I came up with this element here. Can you see how it goes in? That, you know, kind of locks it. So then I created these paper clips as well. So these paper clips, if I kind of show you here, they kind of go in. And they kind of create that element. So it's like kind of a paper clip. And you have the matching, if you wanted to, for instance, this one will fit. If you just wanted to put the top that is metallic, you can. It will fit perfectly over the top. And it will be also a paper clip. But it's also a way of, if you wanted to use a photo corner, you can glue that to the base and then use the same thing in here.
To slip your little photos or
so you
tickets
can
into.
glue those bits onto the card, and that will be really easy to do. So I have got another one. So if you go for, I think this, then gonna put here. Now this you're gonna put it in here, and then I'm gonna put.
I'm going to flag up Paola as well
Oh,
while
yeah.
you're taking out
Yeah.
your dye bits there. The magnets are proven very popular because there's 40 in there. Paola explained as well, there's 4 in each of those little holes there. So there's your 20, there's another 20 there. And like Paola said, I love the little storage case for them as well. I was showing you just how powerful, well, I can't do it now because I'm holding it, how the polar opposite, you know, the magnets, yeah, how strong they were. So £9.99 for 40 if you've got your little tabs, your clips, your little add-ons that you conceal within your books and your journals. 773255, we're approaching 40% gone already. So that's an absolute Billy bargain. Billy bargain. So we've had so many sellouts already last night and already this morning. Please don't miss out on your magnets. Sorry, back to you, Pam.
No, that's all right. That's, right. So this is the die cut. Look how gorgeous that is. And then, of course, that you can put it here. Now, it will be one way, so you make sure that you have it. If you wanted to make sure that is that way, you need to make sure that you die cut it with the right side up. However, this is what I wanted to do. I wanted to create a page in here that you can then put it like so, or like this. Right, so you have all those possibilities, or you can put it offset like that, because then you could then take the matching, this one, which is kind of the matching and layering, and then we are gonna put. So let's have this one, for instance, this paper that I have, which is absolutely from the same collection, and then you can say, well, I wanted to go. Oh, shall I go for dark? I like the dark. So I'm going to just put it in here, not randomly. I don't care. This is the way that they are very liberating journals. This is about you experimenting. Like this is for you to just have a go and without having much care. If you wanted to make it perfect, there are some of them that have been done absolutely perfect and clean and crisp, vintage done. It is absolutely, you know, up to you. But you don't have to. This is the freedom. So then when you glue, look at that. I love that.
Lovely.
Look at that. So you could then, for instance, in here, you could maybe even glue it like this and then put this one, you know, or say this one glued to this side and then this one to this side.
Yeah.
So you have got like a flapping element in here. So many possibilities. And the other thing I would say with this journal is a very, I would say, the non-committal journal. So you have got all these possibilities of bringing elements. As long as you keep this open, this hinge open, you don't glue anything no elements into there, you don't have to commit to it. So I'm going to keep it like that. I'm going to just be very non-committal, just because for this is going to be, you know, kind of just to demonstrate the possibilities of the boundless journal.
It's lovely not to have that restrictiveness,
Absolutely.
isn't it?
Now, of course, you would, if you are watching, you're thinking, Paola, you're using wet glue on foil card. That's going to be, no, great. I know I'm being very naughty. At home, I would probably use a spray adhesive, so then it doesn't create, it doesn't transfer, but still it's fine. I don't think you can see it. But see, this is kind of, this is I like these elements coming in, so you can see a little bit of the goldness. Then if you have gone for the complete collection, you will have gotten the geometrics, the accessories as geometrics, because it has this instant frame. If you want to know the size of the pictures to make them a little bit bigger, what you need to do is print your pixels for 5 by 7 centimeters, and that will fit perfectly with my top of my little
like an old Polaroid.
niece. Yeah, and then you have the element here, which again, you can bring her to here, or you can add, for instance, I kind of like the idea of putting a heart here. Maybe that's a little bit too there. I don't know, maybe. See, this is the thing. This is when you kind of pick and choose. Oh, be happy there. And then you can glue there like this. Yeah, I like this idea. So I'm going to put glue here. Now, you can glue elements to the flap in there. I'm going to put it there. So kind of, you can add elements to the flap, and you can still unbind it, right? Remember that. The important thing is, once you glue elements to here, the side, then it will not be able to put things. I'm going to put it here.
Such a gorgeous photo.
Oh, thank you. She's just gorgeous. This
Absolutely beautiful.
Yeah. She's just full of character. She was 9 last year. No, last Sunday, sorry. And it was like so nice. Then we can add elements here. So again, if you went into the paper clips, I kind of like the paper clip, for instance, in here. Add those elements. The paper clips are, I believe this one is on the...
It's in the one-day special.
In the one-day special, yeah. But in the kind of, the panels, the hexagon, I think, comes in the hexagon comes...
It's in the,
they are split
pages.
Between the main element, the main page, and the... There it is, kind of, you have got those elements in there. So you can see, now these arrows, you can bring them in as well, the closures, the locking elements. You can use them as decorations as well, because then it kind of, I mean, obviously you glue them, so they are not just the locking elements. You have got then these. Then if you wanted to, there we have, I mean, of course you will put more pictures in here. You can put these other elements to the back. And then gonna go in there, then in there. And again, we have these elements here that we can incorporate there as well. Now, we still have got the florals, the geoflorals and the...
Yep. Yes, and the botanicals we've still got.
So let me grab them here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to die cut. I'm going to show you a couple of them because I think they are just, I love the botanicals. And funnily enough, I always say I cannot draw, but these ones I did draw. And I was like, oh my goodness, I can draw a little bit. I mean, they are not, but it's just a little bit of, again, you have the heart-shaped flowers in here. And this is something that my first ever die designs, they are a very popular starter kit and they're still available. And I designed them exactly 10 years ago and still they are still manufactured to this day. I used petal hearts. That one was an 8 flowers and I just kind of wanted to do a 6 petals because I love a 6 petal. And then kind of put it here.
That was one of our lovely guests making a little star appearance there, everybody. Just saying hello. Very keen to get our next hour started.
Yeah. Right. So we have here. That was.
I love the way Paola just carried on regardless.
I can't. You know, I was
happened.
oblivious. I was oblivious what was going on. Then we have this. You can see. And then we have that. So you can see there the kind of, I really like the way of using as a miracles. And this is, of course, the botanicals. Now, on the botanicals also, let me grab it if I have it.
We'll
I
get
have
those up
die
on
cut
screen.
it, but sometimes it's fine. So you have also the die that cuts this. So if you wanted to place it like this, you will have the solid as well. So that kind of gives you a little bit of elements. So then you can bring in elements like this. There. So for instance, in here, oh, I should have gone for the little ones. Do I have time to do you have anything to,
I do. I'll tell you what I was doing. I just thought I'll show my botanicals on my board. I was just removing some that aren't available. So these are the ones that Paola's just talking about. Absolutely gorgeous. $9.99, 387108. And we've also still got some of the Geoflowers as well. So if you missed out, now we've had a lovely email. We'll get these up on the screen as well, the Geoflowers, because these complement the one-day special beautifully, 376309. And these are all those stunning Geoflowers there as well. Now, Angela says, good morning, Fiona, Paola and the crew. Well done, Paola, on a super concept. I missed yesterday's shows, so I was hastily trying to watch a rewind this morning. I certainly be trying out these dies. They're so versatile and makes attaching pages so much much easier. So well said, Angela. And this is the 1 day special that Paola is referring to. And I've got to show you this sample here. It's a huge one. £35.98. You're getting 21 dies. These are the ones. And then you're also getting those beautiful, I mean, this is the geometric one there that Paola just used in the gold foil. I'm going to show you there in this sort of the vintage book there. Isn't that gorgeous? And I love the angularity of the pages and, you know, the different sort of trapezium shapes and the fact that you've got these paper clips and then you can make beautiful cards out of these anyway. But let me just show you this stonking sample. I mean, look, with the hinge extender that Paola's created, and not just for putting in your pencils or your chopsticks, how, I mean, the possibilities are endless. Look at this from the team. Just gorgeous. You know, Paola said about the fabric, using the stabilizer. You can add that in there as well. Doesn't it just elevate your journals, your card making to another level, because it's just so different. I thought the tags in there as well. I thought that was absolutely exquisite. So that was a much bigger one. And as Angela said, you can take in those pictures and pages and don't forget you can make a really, there's one with the geoflowers, a really beautiful shaped card aside just with the shapes of the dies there. Oh, while I'm here, I'll very quickly remind everybody of the magnets, and we'll go straight back to our Paola. You're getting 40 of them. Yes, thank you, darling. So in each of my little cylinders there, which I love the storage of, you've got 4 deep. So there's 20 in that little wee pack and 20 there. Now, they're flying out. Great for your tabs, your closing on your books, your journals, your scrapbooking. They're lovely when you disguise them there as well. We're over 50% gone now. Over 60, sorry. Over 60%. 999 773 255. That is for 40 of them. And they're super strong. If you saw me earlier, they were rejecting each other. It's fantastic. Right, Paola, back to you, my darling.
Right, well, I'm just decorating. I just used the tiny ones while you were, because you have the larger ones and the smaller ones. So then you can just decorate it as you wish. So, for instance, in here, I might bring in these ones in there. So you can then bring in elements like this. You can, oh, I like this. And then, of course, you can bring this in there. So I'm going to do that. So I'm going to put some glue in the back. Again, I know I'm using mirror cards with wet glue, but do as I say, not as I do. And then that kind of brings it a little bit. And then what you can do is bring it in, put it with a paper clip in there, and then hold it there. So that kind of creates that journal kind of element there. So let me put, that's not going to be the best glue to do it. So I'm just going to put a little bit of, this is double-sided tape.
Within the world's biggest gun.
Yeah, it's just so I don't lose it. There, like you can see how it's...
Oh, that's so pretty.
And that creates a little bit of an element. And this is just a question of then using all the different paper clips in here. So, for instance, I'm going to grab another picture, for instance, of my niece. So, where is it? There. So, for instance, well, this was on my parents. I'm going to show them. This is my mom. This is my mom and my dad, so that's good. But I love these 2 pictures of her, like she was dancing on top of the bed and then of course she fell over. So one of the things that you can do, what I was saying, is like kind of put the paper clip there, kind of hold it there, and then you can do it gluing it down. Can you see what it is? So kind of figure it out. So you're thinking that's the right way. You can just make it like this. You can put the different flaps. There is different possibilities of attaching the hexagon one, and then just kind of put a little bit of glue, hold it there, and it works as a photo corner, holding the paper here, because then you can take it out if you wanted to as well. So you have got all these different elements. Then you can then bring in the other thing that it works really well with. What is it? The pattern here. You can do random patterns, and you can use it as a stencil as well. So this is, remember, so you could bring it in.
Oh yes.
And then kind of go in like this. See, I kind of mixing and matching, and I'm just doing a little bit of things in here. Just kind of bring in that softness here. and then adds a little bit of
I like
pattern
that.
there.
Yeah.
And this is a Japanese inspired pattern. I use Japan. I love Japan. I mean, if you know anything about me, it's like I'm obsessed with the Japan patterns. But also, see, look at it. Kind of works all the. But also, I like kind of the arrows are kind of more Aztec, a little bit Afghan rugs as well. And this is kind of how you're kind of building it up. Didn't just kind of bring those pictures. Then you have, if you have gone for the complete collection, again, you can use it with white. And once you have them, then of course you have them and you can die cut them as many times as you want to. And I think it kind of frames it, and then you can write in here as well. But of course, there is like this. Oh, I like this kind of. And this is how you can bring your memories as well. Now, if you don't like, I know a lot of people don't actually like to use pictures because they kind of think, well, they don't have. Top tip, always black and white pictures. Convert black and white pictures, looks much better to use. That's a top tip. But also the other thing that I would say is also think about, look at that, how gorgeous that looks there. Also think about just quotes. So you could print like little sentiments that you like.
Yes.
And also, to be honest, don't think about your pictures as they have to be perfect, because that's the thing, they don't. Memories are more important than perfection. And that could be a quote.
That is a quote, I think, yeah. I could write that on the bottom of the frame there.
Yeah, but you can see, I just love how it kind of builds it up. And then you can bring in more if you wanted to there, or kind of about this one. Oh, I like that one. I like those little dots.
Lovely botanicals there.
So, see, exactly. So just mix and match. Bring it in, and what I'm creating, yes, is this a little bit of a, random journal, but it doesn't, you can make it really pretty. It doesn't have to be all inky and distressed. You can make it, but look at that.
Use all your favourite papers there.
Absolutely. So you kind of build it up. So for instance, what else going to have? Now I'm going to show you this one as well, because we mentioned the flowers.
Geometric flowers, yes. We've still got a few of those, so don't miss out. And that works. You've got that lovely frame there. Have you got, the other one in the one-day special there, Paola? I just saw it in your box. Would you mind just showing it us?
Sorry?
That lovely one.
Yeah.
We haven't had a chance to see it. Just because I think that looks lovely with you. It's in the one-day special. I know we've. Sorry, Katie. I know we're getting the geometric flowers on, but I just realised I haven't seen it this morning, and I just want to.
Absolutely.
We've seen this one, but this is in the one-day special, and we're approaching 50% gone now. But Paola's just going to show us. It's just gorgeous, that's all. It made me think of the geometric flowers as well.
So this one works like this. So of course, now if you wanted to make a card, so for instance, do you want me to do a quick card with this?
Yes, why not?
Yeah, because I'm gonna show something else, but I can do this. No, that's absolutely fine. Now what I'm gonna do. Well, no, but that's you know what, I have to say, I do apologize to everybody because I'm being so scatty and nervous about this show that I haven't been. What is gone? Now this die. Oh, there it is. I was like kind of looking in the wrong place. Now, what do you want to do? If there are different ways of doing, of course, things. Now, what I'm going to do is place this die here. Now, I have folded the card, and I just have my scoring line over there, and then you can go even and just place it like so. Can you see the scoring line is within the die? It's not cutting it, it's there. So I'm going to take some low tack tape, and this is important because I will have to go twice, I think, through the die cutting machine at least to go through, because this is Dolly Dimples mixed media card, which I think is 250 if I'm not mistaken. So I'm going to secure it, I'm going to run it through the die cutting machine a couple of times so it goes through both layers. And of course these dies, I will mention it again, except for the large die in the one-day special, the kind of the one that cuts the pages and the spine and the head. That one will, everything else will work through an A5 die cutting machine, but that one requires an A4 die cutting machine. So I'm going to put it in here. You can see there, so it has created a round, you can see it there.
Beautiful card,
Yeah, there. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to take that one out, Okay, and then I'm going to put this one in here and then place it here. And again, low tack tape, because that's the one thing that I always recommend to everybody. Get low tack tape when you're die cutting. It's very makes such a big. And then I'm gonna run it through, and then run it through again, and then we are gonna put it there. Oh, sorry, this one I should have done it a couple of... I'm going to lock it in.
Don't forget to check out your baskets, because Angela has said she's watching on the rewind. Obviously, you can from last night with the launch. So many sellouts. We've had a sellout again this morning. So this is the one-day special with our lovely page panels and our mini journals there as well that you can add to, you can extend, and already there's so many possibilities. I mean, there's so many fantastic samples from the design team to just show you how many different possibilities there are. It just goes to show you the versatility. So please check out your baskets. I don't want you to miss out. £35.98, 100613. Paola's actually showing us one of the dies at the moment. So you can just do some lovely card making as well.
You can. So you could place it like this, or look at that. So you can place it that one that I already pre-cut. So you could have the perfect match in here. Or you could then put as well, for instance, parchment if you wanted to.
Ooh,
but it makes, because then you can then take this piece here and put parchment or acetate here. Or you can then put
your colours.
Something. Oh, shall I do the parchment?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, go on. Oh, let's if I have the... Oh, what is it? I was so organized, and then I kind of, like, literally, I put everything in bags, but I have got another way, another thing. I can just put this one in here.
Ooh, when you make all those backgrounds, or when you're mopping up all your bits.
You pay attention, Fiona. You pay attention to you can tell.
I do, darling, I do.
Ooh. Yeah, I do like that. Something like this. There.
Oh, that's lush.
So I'm going to place it like this. And again, this is the versatility. It's not just for journals. It's so many Christmas cards and something random, something different. And this is the thing. I was very nervous. One of the reasons is because it's different. It's not your traditional square or circles or hexagons. It's kind of random edges. There is no... It took me so long to set on these sizes and the angles, like trying to make sure that the angles were... They would allow you to, whichever way you put it together, it would make a kind of a nice, pleasing to the eye. But see, then you have this that will fit there. And you can put it either side. You have a little bit of an extra element because, of course, we have cut within the scoring edge. So, but that's easy to make sure that you kind of change it in the... Actually, shall I do it? Yeah, let's do it. Oh, I don't know now. I don't know if I should put it... I think like this, glue it to the bottom. I'm going to do it to glue to the bottom, just because I like the floatiness. I like that ethereal nature of these botanical elements in here. And then what you can do, go in, take your trimmer, and then you take it over. And that's easier to do it from the back. Yeah. And that's just to account for the
fact that we used the corner, we used the paper, didn't we? The card, I should say.
But I like that.
That's beautiful. A gorgeous card.
And then you can bring in, if you wanted to, even those botanicals in there. You can bring, I know they have now sold out, but the arrows as well.
Oh, yes, yeah.
The arrows, where are they, the arrows? Have so many arrows here. But you can bring them in as well. Okay. Then you can see bring them in as well. But I'm just going to leave it there. I'm going to leave it like this. I'm going to put a sentiment from our Leonie Pujol sentiment collection. And then kind of thing, oh, I like this one. I like this one. Surround yourself with people. And then we are going to cut it, who make you believe in you.
Oh.
And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to place it there, here. Now you are thinking, but this is sticker. Don't you worry. There is a trick for if you have gotten stickers like these and they're floating. What you can do is, you know, the thing that you use to make sure that the embossing the
anti-static rag. Yes, you brush that on the back. Then
you put that. You take the stickiness from that. Not that I have one with me, but you. But that. I love this. Okay, so that will glue there. And that's an idea. And then what you do is you press down, make sure that you kind of glue there properly. And then, if not, if you don't have this, what other things you can do is also, let me put this, just kind of color in with a little bit of, you know, and that takes, you're just basically taking the tackiness out of it. But then you have a little, and I think I would put this one like this. I like that. Something like this. But then you can see how you can create cards, and they are kind of different cards as well.
Yeah, absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful. Like I said, I think one of my favourites is this door. But here we go. We've got another one here. There's the birthday card as well from the die. So don't just think that they are the journals or the books or the bundles. So lots of versatility in this fantastic die set. Now, please don't miss out. It's proving very, 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 very popular. You have got the 9 journal page panels there, which are these dies that Paola's just shown us with that lovely sort of Japanese influence, and then the paper clips there as well, and you've got these gorgeous pages there, and then we've got the original set there for the journal bundle there with your hinge and extender hinge there as well, and then these lovely locking keys and some actual shapes there as well to add to the bookmaker. I mean, there's so many beautiful, beautiful samples here. Look at this, you'll recognise some of the lovely papers, whether you've got your lovely graphic 45 papers. It's just stunning, because I like this as well, because that's more of a hardback one if you've got your MDF as well. Very sort of magical here. Again, look at the size of that spine there. It's extended, isn't it? It could be I love Paola's idea as well of the colouring book to use your stamps for them to colour and put the little pages in there, or take them out. So much versatility. Look at this Diddy little book. I love this. This is so cute. Look at this. Oh, the Diddy one. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, I've dropped a page out of my Diddy one there. Isn't that beautiful? Just absolutely adorable. £35.98. Please check out your baskets. I don't want you to miss out. 100613. We've still got the Botanicals at the bottom of the screen there. 999 387 And I've still got a few of the Geoflowers. My lovely Katie, you've deselected, but let's go back to Paola.
Right. So I was trying to subtly kind of go like.
She's in the disc. I know you were trying, but it was going nowhere. So thank you anyway, Paola.
Trying to, you know, it's all right. We could still hear you because you have got a loud and clear voice.
Yeah, just in the distance somewhere.
It wasn't. Yeah, you're not. Yeah, at least there is that. Right. So what I wanted to show it was the Geoflowers, because I just really love. I'm quite pleased how they have turned out. And what I have done is, so you have the dies, you can see them here, that one, and the geometric, and you have also the smaller one. You have got 2 sets of the smaller ones, and then you have got the DD ones as well to kind of put for the centers, or then you can bring in, if you have gone for the botanicals as well, you could place them in here and create something like this. Hopefully later on we will be doing more of that. Now, in here, what you can do is place them over the top, and you can see here how beautifully they look. But then this one fits in here. So what I'm going to do, if I can find my foam tabs in here, my pocket tool. So also what it was very important to me was to have a solid center. So then I can put a foam pad in there. Then you kind of put it in here. That one goes in there. So it's simple. And then we're going to put another foam pad, not tab, in there. And then we kind of put it in there.
Ooh, nice.
And can you see how you have that three-dimensional color in there? So you can then take it out one away. You don't need to. Your hand has a little bit. You can use them on their own. They you can then do them like this in the center. You can overlay them. You can just place them like this. So you have got all these different possibilities in there. And then, of course, once that you do this flower, you have got a really lovely element in here if you wanted to, or kind of place it in here, you know, whatever you wanted to put. You have got that six-pointed element in there.
Absolutely gorgeous. $9.99 for the Geoflowers. Here they are. You're getting 13 of those fantastic dies. I love the different ways of overlaying. That's such a gorgeous die, isn't it? And then you've got the little sort of smaller version of it as well there. 376309. So if you want that to complement the one-day special, then please don't miss out. So many fantastic ideas. Angela, thank you for your email. Keep them coming. And we've got another show with our lovely Paola at 12 o'clock. We'll be talking about the one-day special and seeing if we've got any of the other elements are still remaining. Anything particularly you want to look at the 12, the last hour at 12? Or no, you want to get at 4, are you, darling?
Yes,
I've lost track now.
Yeah, 12 and 4. Well, it's just going to be more of, hopefully, it's putting more albums together, more journals, and just showing that, you know, there is really nothing wrong that you can do with this. It's up to you how you can make it as big as you want it. Hopefully, we're going to keep inspiring you on different ways of using it.
Lovely. Thank you, Paola. Yeah, we will indeed, and we'll do that at 12 o'clock. Don't forget to check out your baskets because it is really flying off the shelves here, and we've already had some complete sellouts already this morning and last night, and over half the stock of the one-day special has already gone. So please check out your baskets. Enjoy. Hope you'll join us again at 12 for more fantastic ideas. Now, she's already made an appearance, but let's see what's coming up. Yes, we've got the Decoupage Queen up next with our lovely Scotty, and then I'll be joining Kay for another hour of fantastic IndigoBlu, and then we'll be letting Leonie loose because it's Wednesday.
Hi, I'm Pat.
And Mark.
From Totally Patched. We're a family-based business here in Shropshire. We've been established for about 20 years.
All of our kits come pre-cut, meaning all the fabric is cut for the actual people who want to make the items, whether they be cushions, bags, quilts, or anything else you want to cast your creative memory or mind into.
Most of the kits we produce we design ourselves. The design process is usually inspired by the fabric itself. We only use great quality fabrics, 100% cottons.
So, whether you're a beginner or an experienced sewer or quilter, we hope we've got something for all of you.
What is Flexi Order? When you place an item on FlexiBuy in your basket, you qualify for Flexi Order, which means any other items you add to your basket will also be included in your FlexiBuy payments. So you can spread the cost over multiple monthly payments. After your first payment is made, your entire order will be dispatched. When you add at least £60 worth of any items to your shopping basket, either online or on the phone, you'll qualify for our Flexi Order offer. This means you can spread the cost of your order over equal monthly FlexiBuy payments, offering you extra flexibility when you shop with us. Flexi Order, making your shopping experience with the craft store easier.
Hi, I'm Abs from All Create. I've been crafting for over 10 years now, and I love stamping, stenciling, creating layers of colours, textures, and creating depth and dimension. All Create was established in October 2016, collaborating with a group of designers and artists from all over the world, bringing different designs and products in different styles. We pride ourselves with high-quality photopolymer clear stamp sets, dies, stencils, washi tapes and acrylic blocks, all in different size and format. I hope to bring you inspiration and different ways of using your craft products. Make sure you don't miss the All and Create shows.
Hiya, I'm Hazel Eaton from Pink Frog. Pink Frog is an established company. You may have seen us in shows up and down the country. It's a family-run business up in Chesterfield. Pink Frog started to bring out their well-known Britannia dyes, and then we moved on to a wonderful range of cardstocks. You'll probably know us for our super smooth cardstock, and now we have moved into the world of stamping, and we produce high quality polymer stamps for you all to enjoy. We have a wide range of designs, and we're particularly known for our flower dies and flower stamps. On our shows, I hope to bring you many hints and tips and techniques to inspire you, the crafter, at home. Make sure you don't miss the Pink Frog shows.
For the past 6 years, Hochanda's been your home of crafts, hobbies and arts.
We've got some exciting news. We've got a brand new name.
From April the 1st, we'll be changing our name to The Craft Store.
This will make it easier for you to find us when scrolling through your TV channel guides and searching for us online.
Nothing else is changing. We'll be the same Hochanda that we've always been.
We're just getting a brand new name.
Demonstration-led, full of inspiration and variety, with our own dash of personality.
Welcome to the Craft Store, your home of everything crafts.
Get me to be serious.
Enjoy. We're just having a little chat there, Joe. You ruined my little voiceover moment, Joe.
Sorry.
We're live, Joe. Just so you know, just say, "Oh, wait, I'm off." Keith Scott. Welcome. Oh, this has all gone very wrong. Welcome to the Craft Store, and we have got a huge array. I'm going to go a bit deeper. Huge array. No, I'm going to go higher. Huge array. We've got lots of lovely papers. We've got lots of... That was much better in rehearsals, everybody. We got thrown there because the camera wasn't moving, was it? And then we were having a chat, Joe, and then it was cue me in.
I think I've just blown everything this
think
morning,
that's
haven't
it.
I? I just walked in on Paola and...
You've walked in front of the camera already, Rob?
Yeah.
Honestly.
I'm just, you know...
I've got a feeling this could be a good fun hour.
Talk about decoupage queen, talk about messy queen, I don't know, flipping heck.
Hey, it's all right, but beautifully linked. Professional Joe, there, you see. The decoupage queen.
Absolutely.
Now, tell us, because we've got, this is new, isn't it?
It's a launch today.
A launch?
Yeah, absolutely.
This is exciting.
Yeah, it is. So it's the first ever show on the Craft Store,
yeah.
nearly.
You got it.
Nearly.
Yeah.
Of Decoupage Queen.
Okay.
So, Decoupage Queen, our Decoupage Queen is a lady called Teresa Renee.
Okay.
She's in Atlanta.
Oh, wow.
And her history of art is that she did 4 years of fine art.
Oh.
Loves composition, colour, most of all quality.
Yeah.
Most of all quality. But I think you'll see as we go through the papers her love of the putting together of the art and how she layers things through.
Right.
So yeah, she's really excited about today.
I'm sure.
It's 4 o'clock in the morning there at the moment, and she's there.
Oh.
So hi, Teresa. Hi, kids.
Good morning, our decoupage queen. I don't know, I should bow.
We need to curtsy.
We'll bow and curtsy. Our wonderful queen is watching. Did you see the bow then? It was all there from the waist as I'm breathing. So, well, listen, it's lovely for you watching with us as well, and thank you very much indeed, because really, absolutely fantastic. And we have got something for everybody, because, as you were saying, for the decoupage queen, you know, there must be lots of areas. So certainly we're studying fine art for 4 years.
Absolutely.
And that seems to come across when you go down the whole of the counter.
I think one of Teresa's skills is that she looks at what people are gonna want.
Yeah.
You know, how we're gonna use these. So historically, people will buy rice papers and they'll go, I just like them to stroke. I just like to have them to stroke.
Right.
Or to sniff or whatever. This is all about using this stuff, okay?
Yeah,
and
yeah,
she's
yeah.
made these so usable.
Right.
And if you look at some of the samples,
We are
we've
surrounded
got
with samples, aren't we?
Absolutely beautiful samples. And Teresa's actually got a global design team.
Wow.
So she's already got these wonderful people from all over the world sending samples. All these samples came to my home. Because they're coming from Australia and America and the Netherlands.
That's amazing.
And so we've got them all from around the world for today. And the team are absolutely amazing. I can't name every single one because there's lots.
There's lots.
But they're amazing and their work is fantastic. And it just shows how easy these are to use.
Right, right.
In so many different ways.
And like you say, I know that we're going to go through, as you can see already on your screen, you've got lots and lots and lots of options, basically. We've got basically numbers 1 to 8. We're going to go down the counter and share all those with you. They're all in there for the same price, which is great. So each one of those, you're going to be getting 5 of your A4s, and they're all £12.99 to go at. But they're all different. And I know that something that Joe's going to be talking about is the elements, like you say, that there's lots of layers as you go through. So there's something, whether you want a little bit sort of more the gothic, or if you want a bit more the fine art, there's something in each of the collections for everybody, really.
The layering through is absolutely amazing, and it's something I do a lot of lives from home. And one of the things that I like to do is get these papers right up close so that people can see.
Yes.
This is one layer, then there's another layer, then there's another, and it's all beautifully overlaid throughout. So really
we'll go down these. Now, forgive me if I knock them as well, because I feel like I've got a very delicate counter.
Yeah.
I can control what happens here, but sometimes I have a wafty elbow and things might go a bit askew with. I wanted just to mention the dispatch date. We're looking at, is it the 15th, wasn't it? 16th. I've forgotten already as well. The 16th, I've got another date in my mind as well for something else coming up on there, but the 16th we're looking at for dispatch for you, just so you know, right from early doors. So let's start with set 1, and I mean, who doesn't love a sunflower?
Absolutely.
But it's the sunflowers in there, and then you've got that beautiful chandelier, and then you've also got we've got text in here, so straight
and
away.
again, looking at that layering, you can see that the chandelier is overlaid on top of the text, which is overlaid on top of the background colours, which then the sunflowers are overlaid on top of again. So you can see that dimension already.
So much. I'm going to just layer them down. This is how brilliant floor managers are going to be there on top to make sure that they collect everything, because I can put them down all right, but I may struggle to try and lift them all up without knocking them everywhere. There we go. Stay. But I will go through, because you have to see, because they are all different. They are all individual, but there's some beautiful colours as well that are working with these, aren't there?
Very. So you've got, for instance, with that one, it's antique. I think it might be called antique letter, actually. I'm not sure.
Yes, right.
And
it's like a fine inkwell that's been used on it, isn't it?
Exactly. So it looks like somebody's been sat at their desk with a little oil lamp.
Yes, that's
like
right,
that.
Isn't it?
Yeah. And
That's
then looking
lovely,
at who doesn't love bees right now.
New York on there, that's really lovely, absolutely fantastic. And then we've also got, that's nice, well, with our dragonfly, plus we've also got the music on there, which is always very popular. Music on papers always look lovely, doesn't it?
Absolutely, and I want to just say with this one, if you look at those dragonfly, when you actually release those from the sheets, and I'll show you how to do that, when you release those from the sheet and lay them onto a project, they look 3D.
Right.
They really do look 3D.
They look great on that, actually, with the shadowing on there, isn't it?
Because they've got that shadow on them as well,
I tell you what, we're doing well for putting the things into shot. You walked through one, I'm putting my hand in the middle of it. I tell you what, I feel bad. Do you know what? It's the nerves of having the decoupage queen watching, I think. That's what it is.
No pressure.
I'm not used to royalty, you see.
No pressure.
But yes, anyway. Please, leave the head, 20% already of set 1 has already been allocated, 20% already. So you get a little idea of just how busy it's going to be, I think. Let's go on to set 2. We've got 8 sets in total to go through, but honestly, if you do love your papers, you're in for a real treat this morning, really, because we've got some lovely shows them and so much choice for everybody to look at. Again, we've got that theme of the queen bee here as well, with the crown and the regality, but again, the flourishes of the florals that go together with those are beautiful, aren't they?
And the detail again in those flowers, look at that.
Yeah.
It's just beautiful. And if you look at the beehive, when you look again at the beehive, the quality in there, look at the detail in that. Isn't that fab?
Yeah. You can imagine that on a little jar for honey.
Yeah, and you can actually see inside the beehive, look. It's cool.
Never put your hand in.
Yeah.
Never put your hand in, everybody.
No.
If you've ever watched a good episode of Winnie the Pooh, Never ends well. But yeah, I mean, that, again, because you've actually got there, so the honeycomb is that background to that, to carry that whole theme. But really beautiful, really beautiful. Let's just carry on down there. That one is Queen Bee itself. Oh, now this, again, now we're talking about the fine art influence coming through.
Absolutely. Look at that detail. And again, the detail on the dress, the shading on her arms, you know, everything about her. If you look at the face, it's absolutely perfect.
Yeah, they are lovely. It's amazing. Oh, this is nice. Is with the postcards.
Cracking
Yeah,
one
really
for
nice,
scrapbook
this.
pages. Now you could put this one down to change that beautiful Grecian lady. Put this one down and then put her over the top of that as well. So that changes the aspect a little bit. So it turns it into more travel-y, you know?
Absolutely. Really lovely style about these. And, oh, now, what's this? An old...
It's like, is it the antique invoice?
Yeah, I'm trying to think
thing?
what that is. Almost like a signed document that's in there as well. But
Look at the coins on it. Look at the detail
great,
on those
aren't they?
coins. And again, the overlaying.
Really, really nice. This is set 2 that we're looking at there as well. A quarter of the set of stock... No, quarter of the stock of set 2.
It's gone.
Very nervous.
Don't be scared. It
Very
doesn't
nervous.
matter. It floats gently to the floor. It doesn't make a noise.
That's all right. That's all right. That's good. That's true. That's true. Oh, I'll tell you what we'll do. I'm going to show you something that's nice and solid there for a second, just to steady my nerves. Then we have a little look. But it gives you an idea how we can start to break these into projects.
Absolutely. So this is by, I think this one's from Iveta, and beautiful. So she's used the Fairy 4-pack sheet. You get 4 fairies on one sheet, and look at what she's done with them. She's framed them beautifully. She's carried the effect of the papers through to her background when she's been working. Yeah. And she's used the colours in a really good way as well. So it's a beautiful exhibition of how to use that paper.
And the nice thing is, I know that, you know, because these are A4 sheets that we're actually working with, but again, even within each A4, there's lots in there, which I know that you're going to come on and demonstrate and show with us, you know, but there's so much in there that those sheets themselves that you'll be able to find elements of, so you get a real good value for money. The colours on these ones are really lovely, actually. This is set 3 we're looking at now. The really lovely colours, actually. And although we got sort of the black and white sort of fitting in there, but sort of
She's amazing. When we look at the bottom of that sheet, she's actually called the Book Fairy. And if you look down at the bottom around her feet,
oh, there they all are.
That. And then you've got the word reading in there, just there. Can you see?
Yes, yeah.
So again, that detail, that depth of interest
really
that we've got
lovely
in these papers is amazing.
Let's so now again we're into those lovely colours now, into
fairies,
sort of this is great, sort of solar systems of
absolutely.
blues and purples coming in, mixed in, which again, like you were saying, that you can carry that theme onto when we saw that with the frame
and also
afterwards.
with these, you know, if you've got young people in your family, if I've got a 13-year-old granddaughter who loves art and craft, she adores these because she's into solar systems. So as you say, you know, anything like that, she's loving it.
Yeah, really lovely. Set 3 is 30%. 30% has gone already on set 3. And I know we're going to be looking how to work with these in a second or so, but really nice to sort of have a good chance to look through them all. I better sort of just tidy up as I go behind as well, otherwise, you know, you get looked at by the floor manager.
We don't mind that.
I'll move on. Yeah. Now I'm getting looked at. She's laughing at me now. Set 4, everybody. Move on to set 4. And see what we think of these ones. Again, there's some lovely... Again, we've got 8 sets for you to choose from. So there's something for everybody's taste and project to work with. And all of that same price, just $12.99, and all of that same item code, 220086. Oh, this is nice with the bird cage, isn't it?
Yeah, the little chickadees. Yeah, absolutely beautiful. The colours are really vibrant.
Shall I turn these ones over onto this side, I think? I think we might get more of the images on that way around on this particular one. Let's have a little look there. There we go. So, oh, well, hello. It was bad enough when I was just trying to hold them, and when you hear your producer go, oh no, it's always a slight worry. It's always a slight worry. No, I think we're good. I think we're good here.
Now look at that one, lovely Lena. Now that on a canvas on its own, or a journal cover.
Yeah. Oh yes.
You know, this is something that I haven't got. I've not got a demo as a journal, I don't think, but to use these on journals is just amazing.
That's a lovely idea actually on that particular one, isn't it? Look at this.
Botanical owl. Absolutely. And the detail. Look at the face on that owl.
The detail, I'm loving the crowns. I do love the sort of the regal feel with them as well as going through. But some really, really lovely, lovely, lovely images to work from on all of these. So this was set 4. That was set 4. Working on to... Oh, I tell you what I hadn't shown. Just some more again of them finished off with the frame as well. But look at this, is going on to set 5. And we can see here that's coming through. But this, I mean, that on a wall is just that's amazing,
absolutely.
isn't it?
Beautiful image. And if you open that up...
I was going to say, what's the magic inside here?
It's kind of a mock window, that is.
Ah, that is lovely, isn't it? Really nice project.
Yeah, it's just so versatile to have as a piece of artwork around as well, that one. But the images are what makes it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Let's have a look at those ones in detail then. This is for set 5 that we're here. And I'm hoping, there we go. There's our lead piece that we can see that was just looked at on the frame there as well. These are almost like Harlequin kind of...
Yeah, so what we've tried to do is include something that will give you some background as well, so that you can build your story through.
Ah, that's nice there with the
Lady in the Moon.
Really nice. And again, the dragonfly, we've got some images on there that's on these papers that, again, very, very pretty. With the stars. Another one I probably should have put on its side, but I don't want to risk it twice. We can, when I come down the counter later on, I could always have a little move onto the side again. But there is plenty, lots and lots of lovely, lovely images on there. Sort of vintage feels on these.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's
very
gorgeous,
thought-provoking images, those ones.
Absolutely. Oh, I'm going on. My producer goes, if you'd like to see them on their side, how they should be, they've got a picture.
There we go.
There we go. There we are. That's set 5 for you on those ones. Really beautifully, subtly done by the production team there in the gallery. I'm hoping these... I think these are OK. I think these are OK. Now, we were talking about this one before we came live, actually, on Joe, this one, but you were saying that you sort of see the lovely plumage and everything, and the feathers, but then you miss other aspects unless you look closely.
Well, this is about that layering again. So when you look at this from a distance, you see that beautiful bird image with the bright plumage. Then when you look closely, you see that image of the lady lying on the branch of the tree. So subtle, so pretty.
Really, really
and again,
lovely.
really thought-provoking, that one.
Yeah, absolutely. They all are, actually. They've all got that sort of feel about them when you sort of look in. Again, with the Harlequin, with the colours of the blues coming through. Oh, now look at that one for a vivid colour, then coming through with that owl.
Very popular, the owl.
Is it? Yes.
Yeah, a lot of people love the owl.
Love the starlight in the background.
Do you know, on all of the ones that have got the starlight on, I don't know how Trees has done it, but she actually makes them look as if they're sparkling.
Well, they do. They look really quite sharp, actually.
You know, it's just, I've not seen anything like this before.
It's, if we come on down, then you've also got carried on with the dragonflies sort of going off there into the distance.
And that's very ethereal, that bottom part.
That is, isn't it? Yeah. Splashes of the gold sparkles and the glitter to go through. Now into sort of lovely turquoises as well. And just the scribing on those as well, just the handwriting, all those...
And when you look at this antique door, this old door, you just want to open that door and go through.
Yeah, it could be... Yeah, who
What's
knows what
on
could
the
be.
other side?
Yes, who knows, who knows. Look at those. They're really... You are going to be spoilt for choice. It's going to be a hard hour for you. If you're only setting your mind onto one set... It's going to be tough for you to decide which ones you're going to go for on these ones because you have got 8 to choose from. But, you know, you can get a couple of sets, of course, you know, choosing your favourites or some of that are going to complement. Maybe you could give us some guidance on those, Joe.
Yeah, sure.
You know, which one. So it's all on the same item number, so you're saving on your postage and your packaging in that respect, of course. So that's fantastic. But there may be some, I think there's a couple you mentioned earlier on, when we finished off 7 and 8 now, but there was some that you said, that set goes really nicely with this particular set.
Sure,
so we might be able to give a bit of guidance on some of those as well. We're on to set 7 now. We're looking through, and we've got florals again that are very, very beautiful, and the wildlife with our gorgeous birds that are also involved on these. But again, something really different feel again with sort of the papers on this one, you know, to sort of look at. But if you want to mix and match from your styles and from your projects, then, you know, you've got loads. Again, with the dragonfly, there's going to be a couple of sets that these will complement and work with really, really nicely. Certainly with the birds. But they do seem like they just pop.
They do.
From the page,
absolutely,
don't they?
Absolutely. And I'm going to be using that in the first demo as well. So,
oh, that's lovely.
So I'm kind of playing around with which comes out of which set. So
right.
It'll show,
okay, that's great. We'll try and keep you up to date with which ones that Joe's working with. That's set 7. So my final set to look at, and this is again quite a different feel. Actually, from what some of the other ones we've seen as well. Oh, now, we've not even looked at this, just give you a heads up. A third of the stock has already been allocated on set 8, which we're going to look at for the first time now. I know people will be shopping ahead, obviously, but really nice. Again, these are great images, aren't they?
Really quirky.
Yeah, really quirky.
Yeah, we've got a bit of steampunkery going on.
Oh, look at those.
Yeah, look at her. Isn't that amazing? And again, how many elements have you got in there? So imagine that biggest element on the front page of your journal, the front cover of your journal,
yeah.
And then you can carry that theme through. And you were just saying about which sets might go with others. That Botanical Owl set,
yes.
which is set 5, I think,
yes,
maybe.
Yeah.
Will work really well with this set because you've got the softness of the florals hitting with that steampunk.
That's true.
Sort of industrial grunge element, which really brings the steampunk idea together.
Yeah, that's a really nice combo, actually. If you want to go for those 5, that'd be set 5 and set 8 would be... Oh, set 4 was it with the owl?
Set 4, sorry.
Set 4,
okay.
there we go.
Okay.
So if you're looking for the one with the owl to go with the sort of the steampunk feel, that'd be set 4 and set 8 would be a good combo to really maximise. You'd have 10 beautiful papers then to work with again. They are so nice. We will show them all again for you, give you a little idea on the stills. Just to recap, now you've had a chance to see them all. So let's go back to set 1 that you can see here. Beautiful, that's all your sunflowers, etc. that you can see. They're lovely. A third of the stock of set 1 already been allocated. Don't forget, this is the first for our Decoupage Queen on with us, of course, on the craft store. So really lovely opportunity to get these for the very first time for us. We're looking at the bees, the beehive and the crowns. This is set 2. Really lovely. 30% of set 2 already been allocated. Really light set 3, actually. I think it's those colours, the purples and the blues, but they're, again, 40%. A lot of people agreeing with that one. So that's set 3. 40% of set 3 has now already been allocated. If you loved our birds, we're looking at set 4 here. You've got some of the Harlequin on there. You've got the beautiful. Over 20% of that really lovely door, of course, that's on there as well. And set 5 has also got over 20% of the stock allocated here. That's got that lovely, beautiful sleeping moon and some of those images of the female there, lovely. We're on to set 6 here with the butterflies. Over 20% again here of the stock gone on set 6. And the same with 7. I feel like I'm doing the charts. Set 7 for you again. We're also there at 20%. And finally, set 8, a third of the stock has been allocated here already. They are all there on the same item codes, 220086, and all at the same price of just $12.99. Now, our Pentart, by the way, we've got for you here. Now, these are 4, this is a great offer, 4 of your 100ml, these are your multi-surface for your decoupage glue pack. So you can do your matte, you've got your silky shine, you've got your ceramic, and you've also got your fabric. So that's a real bumper pack there, all 4 of those. Now, these are looking at dispatch from the 21st of April, but really good collection. Something then for whatever surface that you're working with, 038164 for those. We'll talk a little bit more about those in a bit more detail throughout the show, but we've also got some beautiful paste for you. This will give you the gold, the silver and the bronze that you're going to get for this price of excuse me, £14.50, also dispatched from the 21st of April, 283477. Are you going to get to, are we going to look at some of these, Joe?
We'll be finishing off with some waxes today. We're
Great.
certainly using the decoupage mediums.
Right.
That's what I always use.
Lovely, okay.
For me, best to work with.
It works,
but
yeah.
That's me, yeah.
Great. Well, we'll have a look at those. So everyone's got the details of them in there. So what are we going to be looking at
so we're going
with?
to do a little version of something like this. Okay.
Nice.
We're not going to get the full detail on this because obviously we've only got half an hour left, really.
Yeah.
So I'm going to whiz through this really quickly. But this was about how to use your rice papers in a way that gives you a full composition. So I've used some backing papers, which is the Harlequin. Then I've come in with some paint first.
Yeah.
Then some Harlequin backing papers. Then I've cut the butterflies out. So we're going to crack on and do a little bit of mix and match with this, okay?
Right.
So what I've got here is I've got a plain
tag.
Okay.
Okay, and then I've got 3 cardboard discs. I have got, yes, a little square as well. So this is going to be our composition. So I've already chopped out the birds.
Right,
okay?
oh yes.
I've already chopped out some of the foliage and some of the birds. I've got the butterflies here, and what I want to show you is how with rice paper you can overlay, but you can also, if you want to, make it substantial enough to stand.
Oh,
now,
right.
there's 2 ways of doing it. If you've got lots of time, you can back it with some gel medium and let that go hard.
Oh, okay.
Or you can do the quick version, which we're going to do today, and just back it onto a piece of paper.
Right.
Okay. Because we haven't got time to let everything dry properly. So I'm just going to crack on.
Yeah, lovely.
What I've done already is I've just got a little bit of paint on here. And again, I'm using Pentart because I just find it a really easy,
It works nicely,
easy paint to use. And I'm just touching this onto the edges, okay? So I'm going to use, let me just get my brush, excuse me. That's the quickest way of doing that.
That's why we have an apron.
We do. It's usually the jeans. I have lots of painty pants at home. Painty pants are the way forward, don't you know? Always have some painty pants handy, because then you can just wipe your brush on
Always
them.
useful,
Yeah.
always useful.
So I'm just touching the edges. Now, this is really useful because if your paper, for instance, will only stretch to the edge, you've already got a little bit of colour there.
Right,
okay.
right, yeah.
Now, what I want to show you with these rice papers is how easy it is to remove images. We're going to do this bit is really quick and easy.
Okay.
Okay, so for this bit, I want the whole of this tag to be covered with some of this Harlequin paper.
Right, right.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just quickly run this white edge away. Now, by wetting this,
You're literally just doing the frame, the
just
outside out.
taking this little piece off here,
Right.
okay, and I've wet it. Now, if you can hear a tear, it means you've not let the water soak in. But if you wet it, you'll just be able to pull away the bits that you don't want, so that it'll give you your starting point on this paper. I'll show you more detail when I come to those butterflies.
Lovely. Yeah.
Okay, so we're just going to pull those bits away. Now, instead of trying to measure, don't worry about measuring. Don't try and measure everything up. Just let's get this on.
Right.
And then we can trim around, okay? I'm going to go to the top of my tag with my soft fluffy edge, which I'll show you in more detail on the butterflies. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get decoupage medium all the way over this tag.
So
nice
straight
and
on with
quickly.
it?
Yep, straight on.
Okay.
Now, if your surface is very, very porous, what I would recommend is that you get some of the decoupage glue also onto the back of your rice paper. So we just get a little bit onto here, okay, and especially around those edges. And so we're just literally going to put that straight down. Now, when we put it down, get some more decoupage medium on your brush, and from the centre outwards, you press down and out.
Oh, okay, so you
Now,
go it from the centre.
from the centre outwards. Now, this will get rid of, if you've been a bit haphazard or a bit slapdash like you can be sometimes.
Yes,
you know,
yeah.
you might get some wrinkles or you might get some air bubbles. Okay, this
Right.
is the way of getting rid of those air bubbles.
Got you.
Okay.
Got you.
Now, to trim this down, I'm not going to worry about scissors. I don't want hard edges. I'm going to get my water. I'm going to come in around the edge of this tag.
So you're using that outline there as a guide.
Absolutely. I've got my natural ruler there, if you like.
Yeah.
And so I'm just going to do this all the way around. And I'm going to start where I first put the water down because that's already soaked through. All I'm doing is I'm pulling against that wet line. Okay?
Nice and easy.
One. And, oh, not quite wet enough on that one. You could hear the tear there. You've now got 2 pieces still left to use.
Yeah, of course, of
We
course.
turn over now.
Ah, that's nice.
Okay. So it's going to be a little bit, because I'm using card, it's going to be a little bit wet and floppy. We don't mind that because it'll soon dry out. Now, there's 2 ways of dealing with your soft edges.
Yeah.
You can either wait until it's dry and use a nail file, you know, an emery board or something like that.
Yeah.
Or you can just get your brush and you can just gently tap along and turn those edges down. Okay?
Right.
Okay.
Now, I'm not worried about covering the hole up because we can go back in because this is only rice paper. It's not going to be hard to, recreate that hole, okay? Right, so now to show you a little bit more about how to use your brush to tidy up your edges.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is one that I popped the bird on earlier. We've got quite a lot of overhang there. So all I'm going to do is get some decoupage medium on the back, and I'm just going to bend that rice paper over. Now, you are only going to get this if you've got the quality to bend. If it's too thick, if your rice paper is too thin, when you do this, you're going to tear it.
Right, okay.
If it's too thick, it's not going to bend around a curve, okay? Whereas, look, I've just bent that all the way around that curve. I flip over, and I've got perfect disc.
Lovely and neat.
Okay, so now we've got 3 discs that I've already done. I want this one to dry off a little bit. Whilst that's drying, I'm coming to these butterflies now.
I know, I see that butterfly can't help but take your attention because it really stands out on the sheet, doesn't it?
I'm just going to give this a little bit of a dry here. Now, look at this. How do we release these? We don't want the whole sheet. How do we release?
Because actually, the shadowing underneath there on the paper does look great, so you'd be frightened of losing that kind of 3D feel, yeah.
So what we're going to do, and sometimes I like to get really close, but obviously today I'm not going to do that. But what I want to do is, just get that bit off my finger there, is get some water, and if you notice my water isn't particularly clean.
I was going to say that's not from the tap, is it? I had a cup of tea earlier.
Well, it's kind of got a bit of glue and paint in it.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not worried about that because we're actually pulling away from the line, so it's not going to make a difference to the paper, okay? I'm coming in on the outside of that shadow, okay? I'm giving a couple of mil on the outside of the shadow.
Right, oh, I see.
Okay, now, I'm going to come up here. This is the bit that we all worry about here.
Yeah, all the fine lines.
When we're cutting with normal paper, we're always terrified. I always cut them off. Yeah. Because I'm like, I haven't got time to fret about that.
Yeah. Fine.
No butterflies have antennae in my work usually, but on this occasion, we go all the way around. Now, my technique here is very, very carefully, and I do twizzle the paper around quite a bit. But what I want you to do is put your finger or thumb against the outside edge of the image.
Okay.
And then pull against the wet line from the outside edge. So you're holding your image steady, because don't forget the water will bleed. If I turn over here, you can see the water bleeding through a little bit. Now, if we don't hold the image steady, where that water's bled through, we could tear the image.
Yeah.
Okay. So we really don't want that to happen. So holding down that image, I'm going to come quite a way away from these antennae to start off with.
Oh, those pesky antennae.
You'll also see that I'm sort of scrumpling up the rest of the paper. Don't worry about that, because this is rice, it's forgiving.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So it will allow you to scrumple and then straighten. And we all need a bit of scrumple and straighten in our life, don't we?
Well, I couldn't possibly comment, but yes.
You know, as we get a bit older and that face lifts off the pillow, you know, a bit of scrumple and straighten happens every day.
A bit more straightening than scrumpling,
well,
but yeah.
you know, we get quite a lot of scrumpling in our house. It takes me a while in the mornings.
There are no words.
Okay, so I'm not going to worry about doing all of the butterflies. I really want to just focus on how to get this area so that we don't lose those antennae. I'm going to hold that between finger and thumb, and I'm just going to come in here and pinch away where I've softened that paper. So now I can pull back and we get the definition of shape. Okay, it's hard to see on camera, I know, but if I show you now, can you see?
No, we get that, absolutely.
We just get that definition of shape that's there in the first place.
Yeah.
So we're keeping that artwork intact, if you like. So we're just pulling away. Now,
quite like the fluffiness around it.
I was just coming to the fluff. Okay. Now,
I thought you were.
You can almost guarantee it, couldn't you?
Well,
really?
you was going to let that word go without a comment.
Okay.
The fluff.
We all need fluffy edges in our lives. It helps a lot. However, in our craft, now this is what you want from a rice paper. Let me just find something to show you. If I just Can I turn this over and show? No, I'll use my hand. If I show you against my hand, look at how this is fluffed around the edges.
You see it from the image, yeah?
It's so gentle. Which means that when we put this down, it's going to blend so much easier into our background. Almost makes it seamless. If you think you've got a little bit of straightness there, you can cut rice paper. You can cut it and make it have straight edges if that's what you choose.
Right.
But the whole joy of decoupaging with rice paper is these fluffy edges. Always just be really careful around the delicate areas.
Is that why you can layer up with so many different... If you were working from something from set 1 and something from set 4, for example, you are okay to blend them together? So it actually does seem seamless.
Yeah. So if I look now at where I want... I'm going to put my circular piece here. Now, look at that. If I just pull that away a little bit more, we bring this butterfly... Let's have the big butterfly at the bottom, I think. There. We're going to lay that down there. Now we're going to lay this one flat, and you're going to see from laying it flat that we get that 3D look anyway. Okay. So we're just going to literally, on this occasion, I'm going to go straight onto the rice paper, going from the centre outwards, because what I need to do is make sure that all of those edges are absolutely coated.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to lift. What I do want to show you with this is now is soaked.
Yeah.
Okay, this piece of rice paper is now soaked. If I put it down, and I don't like where I've put it, I can even press it down. But I can still, it's still...
You've got time, you
quality,
can move it around.
It's the quality.
Right, yeah.
A thinner paper, if you start picking it up, messing about with it, thinner paper will just fall apart in your hand, okay? Whereas with this one, I can move it around, I can lay it down, I can think, no, it's not going to look right there. I can even, if I want to, let's do it, let's do it. Let's do it, because we can.
Caution, wind, we don't care,
Absolutely.
we're throwing it all to it.
We're working with butterflies so we can wing it. So let's just put it, get it? I know.
Right. That got very good from the director then, by the way. That,
did it?
I've not had one of those since I started.
Oh, give me a job.
Date it, mark it, everybody.
Absolutely. I'm putting it in the diary. In fact, I'll put it on a journal page.
I do.
OK, so now I've got this onto this piece of paper. I can either tear this piece of paper the same way, because don't forget this is how we can soften all fibres, or if you're a cutter, all of my gang know that I'm not a fussy cutter. It took me forever yesterday fussy cutting something. I don't do fussy cutting, I'm rubbish at it. I cut bits off that I'm not supposed to cut. I'm rubbish at it. It's just not worth it.
You haven't got the time, is that?
Now, here we go. See, and this is the quickest way of doing this. Again, hold everything still. Now, because this is just normal paper, you're not going to get that same kind of edging, but you are going to keep the soft tone, if you like. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're just going to quickly rip around this, and because I've now backed it onto some paper, I can kind of, let's get rid of that. I can kind of bend this about a little bit. So if I start to roll this, okay, we get some shaping.
A bit of shaping for the wings.
If I squish it in the middle a little bit like that, then I can get that down like this.
Oh, I see.
Just gives a so we get that little bit of height. I'm just going to put that down with a little bit of heavy body gel, because I want to get just on the body and just on the tips of the wings on this one. Okay, so we'll do that. That goes on.
That's a good tip though, isn't it, for the
like this.
Rebacking it. Yeah.
So it just means you can mess about with your shaping a little bit more. Let's just pop that on. Let's pop that disc on underneath. So again, I'm lifting it, I'm messing about with it. There. We're going to get another butterfly out, and we're going to lay that one flat, because we do need some sort of flat dimension, if you like. So we'll go for this little butterfly. Nice and quickly, same process, round we go. And
I've got a little email to you while you're doing that, while you're taking out the butterfly. Little email that came through to the studio while you've been on. It says, hi all, just wanted to send an email to say how wonderful it is to see the talented Joe Rowe, who really is a whiz with rice paper and mixed media assemblage. Good word.
Oh.
Assemblage, that's good in Scrabble.
That's somebody that knows me then.
Well, after watching her on many Facebook Live, I've learnt loads about layering designs on top of each other and also using every last little bit. Have a happy Wednesday. Lou Sims, everybody. Lou Sims.
Hey, Lou.
How lovely is that? Hi, Lou.
Much, Lou. Thank you, darling.
Very good morning to Lou. Thank you very much indeed for getting in touch, Lou, as well, with the email. Thank you very much. She didn't say hello to me, but she says, you know... but she said hi, all, so I'll take generic. So I think you're back in the studio next week, Lou, I think. That's what I'm hearing.
OK, cool.
Yeah,
I'll be watching that one.
Watch your space. Lovely to have you company.
I might come and walk on her set and all.
Yeah.
OK, so I've got my little butterfly now. I've just soaked the back with my decoupage medium, and this one is just popping straight down. Now, look. This one I've raised on paper, but I didn't need to because look at this little one. As I blend that in, can you see how beautifully blended that is? If I just hold this still, if I hold it, if I just do this, is that okay? If I hold this still, you can see how that feathering, so this is the one that I've put on the paper and you can see the hard edges. Now we'll work on that.
Yeah.
But if you look at
the other
this
one, the smaller butterfly, you really can see, look at that.
Look at how that's blended with that feathering.
Really lovely.
Okay. You've still got the vibrancy of the colours, but that feathering of that edge has really allowed that to blend through.
Yeah,
okay?
really nice. That's
so
lovely,
we're going to do the last couple of bits on this. You were talking about dragonflies earlier. Well, we were talking about dragonflies. We have to have this dragonfly out. There's no option. And then once we've done that, we're going to put this demo to one side and flip over to a different one, if that's okay. Because I just want to show you techniques.
Yeah,
really.
no, this is great. This is lovely.
Really want to show you. Again, once you've practiced this, don't be frightened of your rice paper, guys. Everyone says, oh, I'm really scared on how to take it apart, and I'm really scared.
Well, it's because they do look so lovely in that format, just on A4. They do look lovely, and you don't want... And every part of it is precious.
If we've got time, I've got a small canvas, and you can literally slap one piece of rice paper onto a canvas, and it's just stunning. It's just stunning. You don't need to do anything else. You're done then. OK, so I'm going to bring this again. Now, because of the quality of this rice paper, we can bring this over the top.
Right.
OK, so it's actually incorporating this big butterfly into the image. Don't forget, everything on this tag now is absolutely soggy. But look at how the rice, because I'm working so quickly on it.
Yes.
Look at how the rice paper is still holding its own.
Yes.
Look at this. Now, I've bent that bottom edge over a little bit. Let's open that back out. See? Even that, when it's wet, you can still mess about with that. There we go. And look at how that's blended in. Now, here's something I want you... Yeah. Here's something I really want you to look at is when you overlay and you've got a darker colour behind, you will see some of that coming through.
Coming through it, yeah.
Can you see? So that gives you yet another layer of dimension, another dimension of imagery that you're building together. So you can really go to town with these. Like we said about using the different sets together, use them, fill up a whole mirror frame or a whole drawer set or whatever. I've used, we've got lots of images on here where we've overlaid, and this is just one example.
There are a huge amount. Joe, am I okay to have a quick update?
Go for it.
And then we'll come straight back.
Go for it.
I'll
carry
get some
on.
More techniques and everything from Joe as well. So, I tell you, we'll make it easier. We'll make it easier for me. Because it's all about me, everybody, and not knocking things over by looking at pictures. I love a picture. So let's go. We've got 8 options for you. This is set 1. This will have your sunflowers and your dragonflies on there and some of the music. Half the stock of set 1 has already been allocated. So, though, by the way, just worth pointing out, we've only got the one show today with the decoupage queen, so make the most of this. This is set 2 with Queen Bee. Over 40% has gone from set 2. Set 3, love the colours. Wow, half the stock has gone now from the decoupage queen on set 3. They are beautiful. Really, I think that's my favourite set 3. I think I shouldn't have one, but it's set 3. Set 4, we have got again with the we're a third of the stock here. We've got the beautiful birds. We've got that lovely door in there as well, and some of the Harlequin, also with that portrait and the script, which is lovely. This is set 5. Again, lovely images on there. They're really big impact pieces. We looked at some of those already put together in some of the frames, and a third of the stock of set 5 has gone. Also, same as set 6, the third of the stock here. That's got those lovely bright colourful butterflies in those ones. That's on set 6. And the same for set 7. Again, that's got more of your birds in there, plus the butterflies. Very nice indeed. Where's set 8? Half the stock has set 8 has gone. That is, again, really lovely. That's more of your mechanicals in there as well, your industrial for those. Really nice. 220 086 12.99, whichever one you're going for. We're looking at dispatch from the 16th of April, so not too long to wait, but they will be with you then, of course, straight after that, but really lovely. Now, we've got the set of the 4 of the decoupage glues. We've got a set of 4, really good price, £12.99 for all 4. That you're going to get. So that's going to give you all of your options that you require for those, actually. That's easier. So was that tricky for the director to go? I'll put them all together there. Look at that one, so you don't see the back of them. It's not been an easy show for me to hold things and knock things over, Joe. Tricky. I know. The real professionals make it look so easy. We've got for you, this is the matte, we've got the silky shine, the ceramic and the fabric glues are all in there for you. £12.99 for all 4 of those. 038164. Really good price point on those ones as well. Now, I don't have the other 2 with me here, but the wax paste, actually, which is probably a good thing. They probably saw how I was going to handle the glue. £14.50. You will get all 3. You're going to get the gold, the silver and the bronze. Is it worth me just having a little look inside? Of course it is.
Absolutely.
Oh, look.
Actually, have a quick sniff as well. I know we haven't got smelly telly, but it's orange oil.
What is that, sorry?
It's orange essential oil.
I was going to say that's like citrusy. That is really lovely
orange
smell.
Orange essential oil, pure essential oil in there.
Wow.
Which not only makes it smell great, it makes it smoother on the use.
Oh.
And it's really good for you.
Well, if you're going to spread it on the use, it's
really,
smoother for it.
Especially orange oil, it's really soothing and uplifting.
That, I have to say, is one of the nicest smelling products I think I've ever had in my 6 years on the craft store. So close. The other name, Chandler's, 6 years.
You're fine.
Yeah, I've got 6 years of history there going through, and only the craft store, everybody. .com. They are available 283 477 1450. I tell you what, I hope that the decoupage queen will still be happy at the end of the show as well.
I'm absolutely convinced she will be. She's so excited to have the products on the show, and I know she can't wait to come back as well.
Oh, that's great. That is lovely.
Yes, absolutely. Right, are we ready?
When you speak to Her Highness, will you just say, I hope she was happy as well? And
did you hear that, Teresa?
I hope you're happy.
She's there.
I know.
She's just
Tell
there,
me
look.
about
She's
it.
just over there.
Lower. Don't catch the eyes. Don't look at the eyes. Don't look at the eyes. Absolutely.
Okay, so
we've got about 10 minutes.
Right, I want to finish this one off really quickly. I've cut out some leaves. I've just covered that rectangle with some of the text from this piece of paper, okay? So this is how we can really build these images through. I'm just slapping down. Slap it on.
I love the instructions.
Get it on.
Not hanging around.
Smash it. Do it, we have lots of different language where I come from.
I've noticed.
Yeah. We actually, I think there's sometimes I run competitions to see who remembers I've said what, They don't always remember. Now, you're talking about the wax.
Yes.
I do want to build some of that wax into here because I've used colours that are all quite similar.
Right.
So I just want to bring a little bit of extra life in, okay? So all I'm doing is I've got the wax straight from the pot onto my finger, okay? Knock away your excess.
Okay.
Okay. This isn't going to go to waste. We're going to use it. And then I'm just going to use my finger and I'm going to take this around the edge. What this is going to do for you is bring your eye into the image.
I see.
So what you don't want is to use, when you put all of these images together, you don't want it to just turn into a mishmash of stuff.
Right, still a bit of
You want to
focus.
still get those images in your eye. Now, I'm just literally, see how easy it is? Oh, it smells divine.
Honestly,
I could do this all day.
I've just opened the pot again at this end, even though it wasn't on the show.
In fact, there are sometimes I do this all day.
What a lovely day that would be.
Just because I do. Right, now, I'm gonna put that piece there. This is where, that's it, that's where that's going to go. Now, this is where I would ordinarily have this drying out before I start layering everything together.
Right.
But you can see, because I'm using it in this way, that I can actually get this, that's a little bit too far over, I can actually still lift and plonk. Lift and plonk.
Oh, you see, that sounds like come up with my sort of keep fit regime.
Yeah, well, yes. Yeah, I'm saying nothing. I'm absolutely zipped.
Oh, I sort of lift up and then I plonk back in the chair afterwards. That's
I'm glad
about
you
it.
said that.
Yeah.
I'm glad you said that.
Yeah, or lift a glass of plonk.
Now, you see, no. Cup of tea.
A cup of tea?
Cup of tea.
You've shaming me throughout the whole show.
Nice cup of fruit tea. My days of lifting and plonking are gone, I can tell you. I don't know about you, but I can't cope with the hangovers.
I can't cope full stop at the moment.
Sorry. Sorry. I had the same effect last night. I don't think they're going to let me back on
Derek.
Poor Derek.
On Derek.
Poor
yeah,
Derek.
He's not been seen since.
He's not been seen since. I haven't had time to put him under the patio.
He's meant to be back in later on.
He might have a bit of concrete around him. I'll tell him I love him a lot. So you can see now I'm using this wax to edge around here again.
Yeah.
The tag is very soggy because I've not been able to give it time to dry out, but we're still working it. Just by putting that wax around, it brings the eye straight back in.
But it's still okay to go on even so it's sort of moist, yeah?
Absolutely. And what you can do with the wax is bring it in towards your rice image. So I want to bring attention to these butterflies. So I'm just going to wiggle it, just a little bit. Just a little bit, towards the images that I want to highlight.
Right, I see.
Okay, so it's just bringing my eye in again. And I just want to get this bird
I mean,
on.
to be honest, I know you're getting 3 jars of that for $14.50. That's going to go a long, long way for that, isn't it?
That is an amazing price.
Because, I mean, the amount you put in, but you still can see the effect. Hope you can catch it on the camera, but you get the effect, and it's lovely.
And I've got to be honest, I'm a retailer, and I can't do them at that price.
Right,
So, guys,
it's
do it.
a good deal.
Just do it.
Really good deal.
Know? There. Now I'm going to leave that there. That will have, as you can see on this one, I've got cabochons, I've got words, I've got all sorts of bits and pieces. I'm not going to go down that route right now because I want to show you a bit of rice on glass.
Yes, great, yeah. But that is a lovely background for you to work with, and so beautiful.
Let's just see how we've managed to layer that through.
Yeah. And it blends, like you say, that's the word, isn't it? It's blended so beautifully.
Beautifully. Now, ordinarily, I would stamp onto here, just get a little bit of stamping on there.
Just to bring it back in.
Get that a little bit drier.
Yeah,
but how about that
for
just something so pretty?
That is lovely.
So that's over
we're just
there.
under 5 minutes remaining, but I know that you're the lady that can.
Okay. So we talked earlier about sunflowers, obviously. It's spring.
These are from set 1, are they, these ones? Yeah,
and we're looking forward to some nice warm weather, I think.
Oh, I know.
We're going to have a little bit of sunshine.
We are going to have some. When that snow's gone.
Sunshine and a little bit of fun in the sun, a little bit of barbecuing.
Oh.
You know, just a little bit now. With this one, I'm going... Sorry, I just switched then. I've stopped doing that, haven't I? I wasn't bored. I was still chatting.
No, I know, absolutely. I'd love to have a barbecue with you. I'd have a right old time.
We would, yes. Away from those patios.
Yeah.
Grass. We'll go for grass for the barbecue. Right, I'm going to take some of these out and I'm going to go really quickly now because you've seen it already. So once you've got practice in doing this, you can start to really whiz around things, okay? Now, when you're going on glass, you really need to think about your edges, okay? And you need to think about how you're going to layer these images up. So, let's start. I'm going to work on the back of this glass dish. Okay. I've already got a tiny, tiny little bit of paint on there.
Right.
Just to soften the glass down. Now, I'm going to start by bringing in, say, just one sunflower. But we've got all of this to play with, so let's have a go. I mean, Go on.
No, I was just going to say, this is where I see that the value of the papers can really come in, because you can, if people are into the upcycling and they, want to working on maybe some of the glass bowls they've had, they've been there for ages, and you just think, I don't want to get rid of them, don't want to throw them out. Actually, I want something that's going to match the colour combo that's in the home. But this is where you can I think they have the biggest effects when you can work on projects like this, bottles, etc.
These
MDFs.
two over here in this corner behind me are, if I just move that way, So you've got the stand and the jar. So that's the candle jar. You know those nice little candles, smelly candles you get? So that's a candle jar, and the stand, I think I got that in a charity shop.
Did you? Yeah.
Yeah, and it was a little blackboard stand.
It's I got you. Yeah.
Really beaten up.
Absolutely brilliant.
And I just saw it, and I thought, oh, there's plenty of movement in that, you know.
They really come into their own then, don't they?
So we're just whipping these images out now as fast as I can. Should have done this in my sleep last night, shouldn't I? As you can.
As you can.
As you can.
I've had another email come through because I know we're running out of time, but another one through.
Go on then.
Again, not taking my hint, just says, hey guys. That's fine. I can't stop watching. I just wanted to... That was on the email, by the way. That's not just... Hey, guys, I can't stop watching. I just wanted to say, Jo has made me less scared of rice paper and taught me how you can make something beautiful from a piece of paper you have torn apart. Her Facebook Lives have kept people going, and every one of us is just as crazy as the rest. Lots of love, Jo. That's from Tom.
Tom. Hi, thank you, Tom.
Oh, that's lovely, isn't it? But that's what I was saying earlier on, because thank you, Tom, for sending that through. But it's right, because sometimes you can get quite scared about the A4, because you think it's so lovely. Where'd you do the first tear to work with it? But you end up always think there's going to be something even more beautiful when you bring it together at the end.
Absolutely. So this is my last piece that I'm tearing, because I just need to show you.
No, that's great.
How we're going to get this down.
We've got 60 seconds on that,
60
so
seconds.
I know you can.
Wow.
That's
Okay,
all right, isn't
I'm
it?
literally slapping this on now, really quickly. Get it on. I'm going to put this one down here. And again, it's really important on the glass to work from... I should have been using the ceramic. I've just automatically gone into the pot of glue, but there's a ceramic decoupage medium.
Oh, right, yes.
That I should have been using on this one, OK.
We shall forgive.
Yeah, you're just going to have to bear with me. OK, so instantly we get that image coming through. Now, next bit, we go. Let's use this
I've got 30
piece.
seconds,
30
Jo.
seconds.
I know. Well, that's
wanna
because, you know, we've got Tom that's flirting with you. We've got Lou saying hello. It's all go. Jo, when are you back on, just while you're doing that?
I'm hoping that we're going to be on within the next couple of months.
I hope so,
I
as well.
really am, because I love being here and I love showing off.
Well, listen, thank you so much indeed, and for a lovely project to sort of look at, to go with, and our fantastic decoupage queen as well. Thank you very much for watching. Really hope you've enjoyed all of these, but if you love this, you'll love what's coming up as well. Thank you from Jo and I. We'll see you very soon.
See you later.
Absolutely fantastic show, a lot of fun, and if you're really into your papers, but please stay with us as well for IndigoBlu right now, of course, which is absolutely fantastic. Then Leonie will be let loose. Beware.
Hi, this is Els from Elizabeth Craft Designs. Elizabeth Craft Designs is a Colorado-based company. It's a family company, so husband, son, daughter all work in the company, and then a fantastic team of designers, because a company cannot exist without a great team around yourself. What we would like to share with you is my passion for crafts. We love all the concepts we have, so we have from cute till classic and beautiful designs. We love our journaling planner line, and we are going to bring you our ideas, our passion, and we hope to transfer that passion to you.
Hi, my name's Mel and I'm from Crafty Devils down in Devon. We are a family-run business and we've been established for about 16 years now. All of our MDF products are produced in Devon, in the UK, and we have a wide variety of products to inspire you.
Exciting news! For the 5th year in a row, the craft store has been awarded the top accolade of the Platinum Trusted Service Award from Feefo. These awards recognise businesses that deliver exceptional experiences as rated by you, our customers, and we are honoured to have been selected. The Trusted Service Award means you can shop with confidence based on the reviews from over 60,000 The Craft Store customer experiences. Thank you for your independent reviews. It means a lot to us.
Hi there, I'm Nick from Crafterscope. I've been crafting for as long as I can remember. It started off making things just for myself, but then friends and family asked if they could use them too. Over time, I want Crafterscope products to build you a complete library of dies, stamps and stencils, which you'll enjoy using whether you're new to crafting or you're a seasoned crafter. My products will complement everything that you have already, but they will also work perfectly as a standalone product. I really hope you'll come and join me for my shows with Crafterscope.
Hello, my name's Stuart and I'm the Managing Director of Oakwood Archer. Oakwood Archer is a family-run business and my son and my daughter work very hard with me to bring the best craft items to you in the UK. We specialise in high-quality items brought into the UK from all over the world, including brands like Kaisercraft, Stampendous and Impression Obsession. Our products include stamps, dies, papers, buttons, trimmings, ribbons and album making kits. Just about everything you need to be a good crafter.
For the past 6 years, Hochanda's been your home of crafts, hobbies and arts.
We've got some exciting news. We've got a brand new name.
From April the 1st, we'll be changing our name to The Craft Store.
This will make it easier for you to find us when scrolling through your TV channel guides and searching for us online.
Nothing else is changing. We'll be the same Hochanda that we've always been.
We're just getting a brand new name.
Demonstration-led, full of inspiration and variety, with our own dash of personality.
Welcome to The Craft Store, your home of everything crafts.
Very good morning to you. Now, you join me now for the second of our two shows with the gorgeous Kay and IndigoBlu. Good morning, my darling.
Morning.
Very busy this morning
It
at
was.
7 o'clock, weren't you?
Yeah,
Very
really busy. Thank you, everybody. Obviously, you like them as much as we do.
Absolutely. And you're going to try and get in as many demonstrations as possible
I
for
am
me this
going
hour,
to
aren't you?
shoehorn loads in, so I'll just whiz through them.
Right, I'll be very brief. And it's great that we've just seen Jo with the rice papers because we've got some gorgeous ones for you now and great ideas in terms of how to incorporate them. So I'm going to show you all the different options. This has been one of our absolute bestsellers. Move on it quick. It is, of course, the fabulous William Morris. And these are premium rice papers, aren't they, Kay?
They are. They're beautiful quality. Lovely quality printing as well. And the company we work with, an Italian company, they have got the license for all of these amazing designs. So you can actually make to sell with these.
Ooh.
So if you actually make something out of them, like I've done with the candles or journals or whatever it happens to be, you can actually sell as many as you like.
Wow, and I'm going to show some of those beautiful samples here because I just asked you, didn't I, Kay? How did you seal this? This is your...
Okay, so this I think is Carolyn Lakins.
Yeah.
So thank you to all the girls who have actually done these beautiful, amazing works. So this is using our brand new Slappiton glass porcelain. So this actually, you bake it in the oven to seal it and then you can wash it by hand and it looks fantastic, doesn't it?
Doesn't it look amazing? I mean, how expensive would that be if you're trying to buy your William Morris, whatever
Yeah,
it was?
absolutely. Yeah.
These are just beautiful, just some more ideas. You've got loads of glasses and jars on your table covered with the beautiful papers.
Yeah, so I've obviously been playing. I thought I'd do one for a sample and then, you know, an hour later I'd done 4.
So it looks stunning. And that's just, how have you adhered the rice paper there, Kay?
So it is, again, the Slappiton glass and porcelain so that we've used for it. So I've actually discovered, because it's washable afterwards, I've actually put it onto a tray, a wooden tray, because it gives you a waterproof surface so you can wipe it down every time. So instead of using one of the other Slappitons, I've used the glass and porcelain, because you can still put wood in the oven because it's only 140 degrees with a fan or 160 on its own. So
fantastic. So we'll be looking at all of this. Let's show you the options. So that's our William Morris, proven the bestseller. 80% has already gone because obviously you have got the real McCoy there. Fantastic. Thank you to the licensing there. I'm going to show you my owl. Here he is, Twitterwoo. He's so handsome. Look at this on the canvas board. This is the owl and the florals. He's absolutely beautiful. I've got this lovely bag behind me here with the florals on. Isn't that beautiful? I've got to show you this bag as well, this canvas bag. This is stunning, isn't it? Because it can go onto canvas, can't it, Kay?
Yes, absolutely. Because again, in our Slappiton range, we've got Slappiton fabric, so you can actually easily attach this. I think Carolyn has done this bag, Carolyn Lakin. Absolutely stunning. Again, it's just a bag for life, nice canvas quality bag, and she's attached those, and all of a sudden you've got a really beautiful, enviable bag.
Isn't that amazing? Totally and utterly transforms it. Absolutely gorgeous. So that's another option. What one was that called? Owl and vintage floral. Put the owl on top, Fiona, and then you won't forget. Where's he gone? There's he gone. He's here. He's here. There he is. He's so striking. Then we have our script and our butterflies.
Butterflies and flowers.
Butterflies and flowers. Look at these. Ooh.
So these are brighter colours, and I love that one.
I love that frame. That's beautiful.
I know. I've actually done that on a mug as well. So that looks really fantastic. It's just a really geometric design. It's got lots of lovely bright colours, and I think it just goes with those bright florals as well, which is fantastic.
I love it. And then we've got some of the smaller pieces there as well, which we can use individually. The florals, and again, lovely brights. The colours are so uplifting,
the colours are great, aren't they?
Really
nice.
Beautiful. And our butterflies. And I've got this lovely butterfly jar here, and we've got it on a tin as well. And I love this. The first one we had on the script. This is on almost like a sort of makeup bag, little patch bag.
It's gorgeous, isn't it?
Isn't that beautiful?
It's really lovely.
Yes, and even on the tin, don't forget, we've got the bottles and the tins here, and, you know, your covers of your books.
Also, you can cover a wine bottle with it and make it into a lamp. As well, and have a matching shade, which would be really fantastic.
Amazing. Love that. And then last but not least, the fairies. Yes, our beautiful fairies. I think I'm missing one in my sample.
You are. So I have got one here which I can just show you.
I'll show the ones I've... Oh, there she is. She's in there as well, is she?
She is.
There she is. So I've got... Oh, look at this. I mean, sorry, I picked up Sue Jacobs' lovely sample there, this clock, with one of our fairies there as well. There's just such fantastic samples here on the table. There she is, from our clock. Beautiful. Oh, gorgeous. Now that we've got this on a lovely sort of mixed media piece there as well. Beautiful. And then, of course, the one that Kate has got on the table there.
Sorry, did you get to see it? Sorry.
Beautiful. We did at the start. Yeah, lovely. So you're getting all of those, 11.99, 475399. Quick update, William Morris on its own, technically gone. You can, however, obtain the William Morris in the complete collection, which is all of those fabulous rice papers. So you're getting all 20 for an amazing £40. You're saving £7.96, 605205. So William Morris now is only available in the complete collection, and over half the stock of the complete collection has gone. 605205. Stunning. Now, let's talk about those glazes. What have I got here? I have got my Slappiton matte and my Slappiton glass ceramic. So this is what we were talking about, weren't we?
It is, absolutely. So Slappiton matte has been incredibly popular. We use that for attaching rice papers and any papers actually in our mixed media, which I'll demonstrate later on. And of course we have our brand new Slappiton glass and porcelain, which is what we've used for all of the glass and porcelain that you can see on display there.
Oh, just beautiful. I know, I'm trying to hold up everything that we've got. Can I just say, Kay, while we were just talking, I think it was the William Morris and these two, it's technically now sold out, but the good news is, because we spoke to Kay beforehand, now back on extended. 18th of April. Are we going to use this in the show, in the demo?
Absolutely.
Great, so we'll talk more about that in a moment. Back on extended, dispatch will be the 18th, 358207. Fantastic. Now, I want to show about the Crack-On as well. Tell me about the Crack-On,
Okay,
please,
so these
Kay.
are brand new today. We're really excited to bring you all of these. I am a huge fan of crackles, different types, and I love all of them. So I thought, we'll formulate them and we'll bring you all the different sorts of crackle. So first of all, which board are you holding up there?
So this is my Crackler. I know it says that's my Crackler.
Yes, it is Crackler, and this comes in a 2-part crackle. So it's they're only small bottles, but a little goes a long way.
Right.
Okay, and you can see that it's got top coat and base coat on the lids there, and it comes with some instructions as well. It's super easy to do. You just put the top coat on first, you allow that to dry for an hour, and then you put the base coat on. And you allow that to dry overnight, and then you can enhance the crackles with any of our paints. And it just looks amazing. And then you have
my Crackle Glaze.
The Crackle Glaze. So this is the clear one here, and this goes in between 2 layers of acrylic paint, which I'll be showing you how to do that as well.
Ah, and then we've also got a Crack-On paste in the black as well.
And
So
the Crackle
oh yes,
Crack-On
so I'm going to
paste.
show that now, yes.
Yeah.
Because I've got this in the white and the black
That's
tubs
right.
here. I'll
That's
hold these
right.
up here so that you can see, because Kay's done a lot of different things here with our lovely...
So I'll be demonstrating that first. So you can see there that it's really easy. You can just put it on and it cracks. It dries and it cracks and it looks fantastic. But you can also, after it's cracked, you can paint on Luscious over the top and it looks amazing.
Please shop ahead on the web for those Luscious powders, because those pots go a long way and they do so much, and there's so many beautiful colours on the web.
They do, absolutely.
And then
you can colour it as well, which is I'm going to do my first demo.
£28.48 for that whole kit and caboodle there. Nearly 70% gone. Kay is going to be working with it today. If you've got questions, I'm sure she'll answer them. 925149. Very, very busy. Now, on the website, we've got the boards. So if you loved our lovely owl on the canvas board, we've got the boards as well. And we've got the magazine. But let's have a look at the web. All of those items are on there. The William Morris individually now has gone. You can get it in the complete collection. Obviously, the saving is in the bundle of the Kraken Glaze and the Crackle Lure. We've got some stamps on there as well. But please do look at those Luscious powders, because they are pots of absolute magic. Kay will give you a rundown. I mean, what do they go on, Kay? They go. You can mix them with so much, can't you?
Absolutely, yes. Sorry, are you talking about the Luscious? I was too
I'm
busy.
talking about your Luscious, because I'm just showing everybody the varieties up there. Sorry, my darling. It helps if I explain, doesn't it?
No, it's all right. So Luscious powders, incredibly popular. They are a pigment powder with added mica and binder. So you can mix them with anything else. You can mix them with your mediums, with your paste, with your gels, with your resin. Tons of stuff.
Yeah.
Tons of stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And we had a show on Monday. And everything sold out.
So they're extended now, dispatch on the 18th.
Yes.
So if you want those. But they are phenomenal. I've seen them in action. You will love them. Right, over to you, Kay.
Okay, so we're going to have a look at the Crack-On paste.
Great.
So this is the white one. You get a lovely big 100ml tub with this, and it's really nice and gloopy. It holds its shape really quite nicely. So you can put it on straight away, and it will just dry and crack, but I wanted to show you how it looks when you add different paints to it. So this one is one of our normal paints. What, normal paints, Kate? Matte paints, I should say. There we go. So this is called porcelain. And you can mix in, and now remember, this is white base and it will remain white, so it is going to make your paint lighter, okay? And the fact that it will make your paste a little bit looser as well, you can see, well, that's not going to harm it in the least. That's not going to alter the amount of crackle that you get coming off. So always use a spatula for this, because if you use a brush, you're usually putting too little on and you'll hardly see the cracks. The thinner it is, the smaller the cracks will be. The thicker it is, the bigger the cracks will be. So it's really, really simple. So I'm just spreading some, a bit unevenly, looks great, because then you get big and little cracks as well. Okay, but you can also mix it with translucent paints. So this is Sargasso Sea. Now watch what happens when I mix it with the white, because obviously you're going to get more of a pastel shade, shall we say. But I mean, the amount of pigment in these is fantastic. So just mix that in. You can leave it to be a bit more marbled if you wanted to, or you can just spread it on straight away. But what also you could do is you can actually mix these as well. So if you wanted to mix these up a little bit so that you get different colours coming through, that's going to look fantastic when that crackles. Okay, so it's simple as that, and then you just leave it to crack, and it depends on the temperature of the room it's in as to how long, but I would say it probably takes about an hour, but if it's in my cold shed overnight, it's going to take a few hours. Yeah. So just leave it, go and do something else, go and do some colouring or making your Paola journals, which are fabulous. Okay, so when it dries, get the right samples. Here we go. You have got this. So this is just the cream, the porcelain, mixed with the crackon, and then I've actually put it on in the background. Can you see I've actually put it on a gold card?
Gold foil, yeah.
A gold foil card, because I wanted to see what it was like on a smooth surface. Now, when you put it on a smooth surface, when it's cracked, it will have the tendency, if you leave it to dry for a few days, which I did with this, it starts to ping off because it's on such a smooth surface. So all I did was I just went over the top with some Slappiton, just the normal matte Slappiton, and that adheres it to the surface.
I quite like the effect. It's like peeling paint, isn't it?
It is. It's really lovely. And you can see where I've got just small amounts of cracks, and then you've got deeper cracks. So that's lovely. So that is going to crack beautifully like that. Let me just put that to one side. And this was the sample that I did. Just show that to number one, sorry. This is the sample that I did on Monday, and I wanted to show you that this was the background. And so I had this background, and I said I'd show you today what it looks like. So this is what it can look like if you colour it. So that was the same Sargasso Sea that I used to colour that in. And I'm just going to use my grab-and-go glue, which is fairly new, and people are loving this. Because
your Luscious, do you add that on top after, or can you add it in it?
I would add it afterwards. Yeah. Because if you put it in, because it's a white paste or a charcoal paste, it actually covers up the colour and the mica.
Got it. Right.
And so you won't get that lovely shimmer. So it's always best to put it on afterwards, okay? And in actual fact, I can probably do that for you. I can show you that in a minute.
We've asked, will the crackle paste work on over the top of the rice paper?
Absolutely, absolutely. In fact, I have got a demo for that that will show you how to do that. I'm just taking some of these rice papers, and it's lovely for mixed media because they tear so beautifully. They look really, really scrumptious. Right, so, and the good thing about the grab and go, even though this is quite thick, it does actually grab. It takes about 5 seconds to grab, so that's really good if you're doing flowers and things.
Because that looks like cracked leather.
It does, doesn't it?
It really
it's
does,
really lovely. And these are the fabulous stamps and dies that you get in the magazine. So if you haven't got one of those, why? Because it's just fantastic. We're so proud of it. The design team for Practical Publishing and our design team have done an amazingly wonderful job, and just Really love it, and it's such a great price for what you get. You get loads of stamps, you get dies, you get papers, you get all sorts. So I've actually just coloured these in. I'll show you which colours I've used, and I'm just putting these on with the Grab and Go, which is just beautiful. And this one, this fern, is actually one of the dies that you get in the kit. Just the stamps themselves, actually I can show you the stamps.
It's a massive A4 size. I've got them here,
yeah,
Ken,
that's
everybody.
right.
And there's the dies Kay was just talking about as well. I mean, look at the size of that stamp there. You're also getting that lovely stencil. Kay mentioned all the papers inside. I had a little look in the magazine. There's loads of these. I mean, aside from all the projects, loads of these gorgeous, and some with sentiments as well. Beautiful.
They're not coated, no.
No, not coated.
While you flick through that, I'm just
Fabulous.
going to...
And then loads of fantastic projects. And also news about the 2022 Jaipur Get Mucky. I don't think they're called Get Mucky, are they? Dirty Weekend.
Dirty Weekend in, well, a bit more than a
bit
weekend.
more than that, that one, isn't it? Yeah. Yes, so there's loads in there, loads of fantastic projects in there as well. So please don't miss out. 12.99 774 419. Back to Kate.
Okay, so all I did with those flowers, I'm not going to take ages to do this butterfly. I'm just going to give it a really, really, really quick wash. Okay, so I'm getting some water and getting some marshmallow on my brush here and watering it down. And we just want a little bit of a wash over the top of this, okay? Because I haven't got the time to colour it in. And you can all colour in, I know you can. Okay, and this reminds me of the custard sweets. Do you remember rhubarb and custard sweets?
Oh,
it's this
you
sort
can
of
still get them
yellow and pink,
like
aren't
fruit
they?
Salads.
Yeah, fruit salads, definitely, definitely.
Yum.
So, okay, these I'm
Marshmallow
using the marshmallow, which is the pink, and banana custard.
Num num. You make us all hungry now,
So-
Kay.
I know, maybe I am ready for lunch after this one. Okay, so all I've done is just really, really watered it down, given them just a little wash, okay, and that's exactly what I've done with the flowers as well. Okay, so I've just grabbed hold of my Luscious to show you very, very quickly what you can do with these. So what should we go for? Let's go for, what colour is this, Kay? This is Spring in Your Step. And this is watermelon.
These
is
are
it
back
watermelon?
on extended. 18th of April will be the dispatch because they all flew out. Were you with us then the other day and sold everything on me?
Yes, we did.
Oh,
we did. Sorry about that.
That's okay. They are rather sumptuous, so
Yes.
I totally understand.
So I'm going in with the Rosy Glow, I think this is.
Ooh, yeah.
And can you see that I'm just sort of tickling the surface and I'm not really thinking where I'm going with this. I'm just going for it. And then if I get this lovely green, this is beautiful. This is green apple. Let's have a little bit of green because we've got some green in that foliage there. And what you can do is you can go over the top of what you've already produced as well. And that will give you that lovely layered feel to it. Now let's go with some sparkling waterfall as well. Let's just throw the whole lot at it, shall we?
Oh, let's do it. Let's do it, Kay. Let's go for broke.
it. And then we've got that lovely blue. So can you see how the blue is like seeping into the cracks and it's over the top of that rosy glow there. So you can see, I like to build it up, but I'm just going to leave it there for now because I've got so many other demos to show you. And then I'm just going to get my lovely butterfly on there. There we go. And just hold that in place for 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000. There we go. Done. Okay.
And what was that super duper glue again called?
The super duper glue, which you need, honestly.
Yes, we
it is
do.
absolutely brilliant. I'm so pleased with it. It's called Grab and Go.
Grab and Go.
And it really is just put it on and it grabs really quickly. It's in a nice squeezy bottle, so it's really great if you've not got great hands. And also it's got a non-clog tip as well. You don't take the top off, you literally just unscrew it and that nipple disappears and that allows the glue to come out, and then when you close it, it pushes all the excess glue out. And then it never gets clogged up, you see. You don't have to search around for a pen or a pin or anything. So it's brilliant stuff. I love it.
And you get two, $9.99.
Great for MDF as well.
Hey.
Yeah.
What's that?
Great for MDF.
Oh, thank you, darling. Thank you. So sorry. 444086999 for your grab and go glue. Yeah, lovely. Right, what are you going to show us now? Oh, that's fantastic.
Okay,
That looks
that's
absolutely
lovely,
gorgeous.
isn't it? It works really
nicely.
nicely.
See the luscious pigments sparkling from here, and the crackle is fantastic.
And
Oh,
I've
show
got
me
to
more,
put
Kay. Show me more.
I forgot to put the thingy on. What's this thingy called? The sentiment.
Your sentiment.
Thingy. Thingy and what's it? That's what it is. Put the sentiment on. There we go.
Oh, we've got some lovely sentiment stamps as well. I don't know. We know a bunch
There we
then,
go.
didn't they? Got some lovely sentiments.
Right.
On the website as well, IndigoBlu. Have a little look at those.
Okay, so I'm using one of these canvas panels, really nice quality. So I'm just going to, I'm running out of room.
I've got one here with the lovely owl on again, sort of decoupaged up there as well. Half the stock of the, the canvas panels have gone. We get 3 of those, don't we, Kay, in the set?
You
They're
do.
they're lovely and sturdy.
They're really
So-
nice quality. They're double gessoed already, so you don't have to gesso them at all.
fantastic.
Because normally with the cheaper canvases, I said, oh yeah, give it another gesso. But with these, you really don't have to. So they are a nice quality. So I don't know whether you saw that, but to take off the border of your rice paper, all you need to do is take a wet brush, go along the edge, and then just pull it apart. It pulls out apart perfectly. And what I've done to save time is I've actually taken the colour of the background and I've just done a little bit of the border.
Yeah.
So what I did was I just wet it first and then I went over it. Now that was Stroke of Midnight.
Right.
And that is from the set. Which set is it from, Kay? I did have it written down, but I can't recall now. It'll come to me. It'll come to me. Anyway, so in order to put this down, you don't need to use the glass porcelain because...
use the mat, yeah?
You can just use the mat.
Yeah.
All right. And I've got one here already open. That one's got a cap on it. So as you do, you slap it on all over. So what I do is I put it on the canvas, the surface that it's going onto, then I put it onto the rice paper, the back of it, and then you've got that slidability so that, you know, when I mess it up, I can just move it into position without worrying. And then I go over the top with another layer so that it all stretches the, all of the paper fibres are all stretched at the same time, okay, so you don't get all those annoying crinkles. All right, so just fill the back in, nice wide brush just to spread all that out. But as I say, it's got a really nice flow rate so that you won't actually see any of your brush marks at all. So that's nicely covered.
And that comes with the ceramic and glass Slappiton as well. £11.98, 358207. We sold out of that, but we've got it back on extended, so dispatch will be the 18th.
So there we go. So it just slides into place, and then you go over the top again with your Slappiton. And that just makes sure that it all dries at the same time.
And you don't lose any of the vibrancy of the rice paper, do you?
No, not at all, because the special thing about this is, I've used the fabric one instead of the Slappiton.
We would never have known.
It smelled differently.
Oh, well.
It still works. It still works.
Well, actually, that has been a question because we've got the little canvas purse and the canvas bag. That was actually a question. Alison said, what would you use for fabric, Kay? So we would use our fabric, slap it on.
Fabric, yes.
And do you just let that dry normally, Kay?
Yes.
You don't have to use any other adherents?
It will naturally cure. If you wanted to use it straight away, you could iron it if you wanted, but it will cure over time because we use it onto shoes and things like that, which you can't really iron.
Yeah.
So it just cures naturally, you know. So I would say don't go out in the rain in your shoes for a couple of weeks, you know, and it'll have had time to cure. But yes, it looks brilliant for that.
Fabulous.
Okay, so what I've actually done is I've done this one because, oops, a daisy. And this one is now dry. Let me just put that back down there. So this is dry. I know it's a different pattern, but it's the same technique. Okay, let me just move that out of the way. Now I'm going to use my Kraken paste, okay, in this one. So I want it to match the colours that we've got in here. Thanks, Jimmy. It's just I threw something on the floor by accident. He's just got it for me, bless him. So we've got our lovely Kraken paste. Isn't that gorgeous? It's just so lovely and yummy and thick. So for this, I need some reds. So I'm going to be using my translucent this time because it's a really strong, lovely red. Okay, so the thing is, what's going to happen is when I mix this in, it's going to go pink because you're mixing red and white together. Yes. Okay, but it gives me a base colour. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint the Kraken after it's set and after it's cracked. But this gives me sort of like a base to it, okay? And I could also do some with orange, but then it'd come out like more of an apricot. So what I want to do is I just want a little bit of cracking round the edges here. So I'm just going to use, again, use your palette knife because that gives you a really nice thick coating. And then I'm just going to put a little bit coming down from the top. And again, I want it to be thick and thin. You don't want it all one consistency. It needs to be a little bit on the wonk, as it were. Okay, so we want some down the side here. And yeah, just some quite nice bits coming down to sort of melt into the actual rice paper. Now, the reason why I changed the design was that this is dry.
Yes,
okay.
I see, right.
You could put it on wet, but it's just going to take so much longer to dry through. Okay. Now, what you do is you just step away from that and you leave it to dry. Okay, and then you get it all cracked like this. Okay, which is. I'm running out of space to put things. Right, so you've got the cracks coming through. Would it be easier if I held it up to, to one then? And then you can go in really nice and close. And then you can actually put colour on over the top. So I'm going to get, isn't that fabulous?
Fantastic, yeah.
That's lovely, isn't it? Now, you can see up close that it's not all one colour because I've started to layer some paint over the top. I've used translucent paints because I want to be able to see all the detail of the rice paper underneath. So I don't want to cover up all of this lovely stuff. So I've used like Tiger Lily here and I've used red hot chili and I've just laid it over the top. So I'll just show you very quickly basically what we've got going on there. Okay? So we've got some red hot chili, translucent paint, okay, and that means I can layer that over this and I can actually go into the area of the rice paper as well and it doesn't cover up any of the black lines, it just tints it with a hint of colour. So you can see how we can do that, and then I can actually come in with my Tiger Lily, which is a lovely, vibrant, beautiful orange colour. Which is gorgeous. I haven't cleaned my brush, so it's nicely mixed in.
You're very brave in your white top today, Kay.
I know.
And your apron.
I know. I can't find my apron. I don't know where it's gone. Yeah, and
I would never keep that white.
I know. I think I've got a mark on it. Not happy. Not happy. But you know, Alfie does worry when I go on air in my best blouses, because of course at home I'm just in my rags, as it were. You know. So you can see how you can build up the colour of that, which looks fantastic. So yes is the answer. It does go over rice paper really, really well. So if you can give me a couple of minutes just to clear down, and I'll get ready for another demo. Is that okay?
Yeah, perfect, Kay. Let's recap then on what we've got. The rice papers. Now, the full collection I'm going to show you because that includes the William Morris, but we have got them individually apart from the William Morris. So you're getting 20 in total. So here's my beautiful owl, the one we showed you earlier, and then this is also your florals as well. So this is what we saw on the bag, and then you've got those smaller elements there as well. You just use the Slappiton fabric there if you want to adhere that to any canvas, totes or material.